did that beat. Did that beat. Zeke did that beat. beat.
promise me love, sometimes seems like it's taking way too long trying to decide. Should I stay or should I move on? Wanna be right, so I'm moving out your green light. Say,
can I get a green light?
Yeah. How y'all doing, huh? Where you at, huh?
Can I get a green light?
If you waiting on the Lord, God, you take a man's word, what you say, huh? Yo, say,
can I get a green light?
see, I want everything.
I want everything you promised me, Lord. Seems like
It's taking way too long.
seems like it's taking way too long trying to decide.
Should I stay? Should I move on?
Should I move on? Wanna be right.
So I don't move.
I'll move like a green
Yo,
light.
say,
Can I get a green light?
how y'all doing, huh? Where y'all at, huh?
Can I get a green light?
And if you're waiting on the Lord, God, you take a man's word, what you say, huh?
Can I get a green light?
With the whole world jumping,
Can I get a green light?
what I'm feeling, doing nothing.
Can I get a green light?
I said a one, but till I hear you saying something, but I wonder.
Can I get a green light?
Yeah, 'cause I'm moving to your life, place. But I'm moving to your life, place. So I'm moving to your green light. To your green light. Altos, say.
I'm moving to your green light.
Come on, Altos. Flip it.
I'm moving to your green light. I'm moving to your green light.
Right here. Sopranos, don't say.
I'm moving to your green light.
Yeah.
I'm moving to your green light.
To your green light. To your green light. Just so. To your green light. Let your green, just bring it on down this way. Y'all ain't moving with us. Y'all ain't moving with us. Okay, I feel you. I feel you. If you really into that thing, Jesus, bring it. Everybody, soprano, sing. Everybody say it one time. Right.
Zeke did that beat.
Don't worry about me. I'll be okay. Don't worry about me. Nah. I'll be okay. Okay. Don't worry about me.
Zeke did that beat.
Don't worry about me.
Vicky did that beat.
What's up, everybody? Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Ooh, yeah. Hey, everybody, what's up, y'all? Good morning to you. Good morning to yours. Good morning to everybody you know. Good morning to everybody you don't know. Good morning to the saints. Good morning to the ain'ts. And good morning to everybody in between. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a new day. A new day has dawned. Here in Chicago, the sun is actually shining. So that's a thing. Yeah, it's a great day. It's a good day. It's Tuesday, April 22nd, here in the year of our Lord 2025. In the year of our Lord 2025. Here we are, April 22nd, man. We done made it. Tuesday. Let's talk about it. It's Talk About It Tuesday. I think that's what I'm calling it, man. Talk About It Tuesday. That's what we done made it, man. We done made it to Tuesday. And I don't know about y'all, but for some of y'all, it might have been a long week already. I don't know about y'all. I don't know. Like, for me, it seems like it's already been a long week, but it's only Tuesday. But it's okay. It's all right. And I tell you what, man, it's a good day, man. I tell you, this is Zeke Live in the morning. It's a great way to start your day. I say that every day because for me, it has proven to be a great way to start off my day. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy talking to y'all. I enjoy every lock star that locks in and comes on with us. So thank y'all for locking in. You're locked in with Zeke Live in the morning. I'm your host, Locke. Our co-host, Eric Rideout, he won't be with us today. He's traveling, so he's not with us today, but we'll have our other co-host, Pastor Rich Holmes. He'll be on a little bit later. And then, of course, on Tuesday, we're going to clock that T with a certified yapper herself, the one and only Miss Rhonda on the Rocks. And she's got a good clip that she sent over for today. And so we're going to go over that clip and we're going to review that one and get perspectives and all that stuff. And so it's a good day. Y'all chime in, y'all lock in, y'all enjoy today's live cast. Again, it's a great way to start your day. I enjoy it every morning. I enjoy doing this. In fact, I even got music loaded up. We're going to play some music today. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm not feeling my absolute best on this one. And not because I'm mentally or nothing like that. Nothing like that. I be vulnerable over here. It ain't that. I just physically don't feel my absolute best. Like, my body is lethargic, tired. I think the change in the weather, my sinuses are just draining. So I'm just like, yesterday I was like, like by the time I got off of here, I was struggling through that live cast yesterday. Y'all might have been able to tell, maybe you didn't, I don't know. And then just with all the StreamYard was giving me issues, the internet was I was like, this too much. Like, I wish I had that meme loaded up with the dude like, this too much. Yesterday was just too much. Okay, so if y'all hear me coughing or anything like that, all right, then that's what it is, all right? So it's just sinus draining and all that. So y'all keep me lifted up. Y'all keep me in prayer. If you're in the Midwest area, you already know what it is this time of year. So this won't be the last time. This ain't the first time I got on here talking about how I wasn't feeling well. And this won't be the last time. But real talk, like this morning, I'm like, So y'all keep me lifted up in prayer. And so as a result, I got music loaded up for this morning. So I'm going to do some talking. I'm going to play some music. I'm going to do some talking. I'm going to play some music for the live cast. Just to kind of give myself a little teensy bit of a break today. So nonetheless, I didn't want to not get on. I wanted to be on this morning. I wanted to get on. I wanted to, do the whole thing. So here we are, Zeke Live in the morning, a great way to start your day. I say that every day again, because it is a great way to start my day. Even when I'm not feeling my best, it's still a great way to start the day. All right, y'all, we got a good one today. I told you, Rhonda on the Rocks is going to be here with us. Certified yapper, clapping that T. She's going to clap that T. Is it clap? No. It's not clap that T. Snap that T. Clock that T. I don't get this. I don't get the crab motion. How is this clocking? Like it's a crab, right? Like don't this look like a crab? Like clocking the T. Okay, I guess. All right, we clocking the T with the certified yapper herself, Miss Rhonda on the rocks. We're gonna be crab motioning the whole time. So all right, let's see here, and then I got a real question for y'all though. I got a real question, and I wonder if I got this. It's not on the computer. I gotta send it to the computer. I got a real question for y'all, and I'll send it during the next music break and put a picture up there to kind of paint the picture that I want to paint for today. But I got a real question for y'all. Before I dive into some other stuff, real question, real honest to God question. What do you believe and why do you believe it? This is what I woke up thinking this morning. Like I got up 3-4 hours ago, and the first thing that I thought to myself is like I was just thinking this, like, what do people really believe and why do they believe it? And I'll put the picture up that made me think that. Like I don't have it loaded on the computer, it's on my phone. I saw it on my phone, so I'll send it to my computer so I can get it up here onto the StreamYards, but onto the interwebs here so y'all can see it. But yeah, I really got that question. What do you believe? Why do you believe it? And I'm talking specifically right now, really I guess about anything, but if I'm talking specifically, y'all know me, a lot of times I veer towards religious or theological, I wouldn't even call it religious, but theological conversation. And so theologically, we just came out of Jesus Week, Holy Week, Passion Week. We just came out of all of that. And so people celebrate it the way they celebrate it. And so I really do wonder, like we were celebrating, all of us that are of the Christian tradition, we celebrated, but a lot of it was just tradition and culture and what's been passed down. And so I'm wondering, like how much, and I know I'm digging a little bit, but how much do we really believe? What do we really believe about anything about our religious beliefs, whatever they may be? Why do we believe it? And it's crazy. And the reason I'm asking that question is because, again, I saw this one picture, my mind just went straight there, and I woke up and that's what I was thinking. But we pour a lot into our belief systems when it comes to theological beliefs, like whether it be church or whether it be, I don't know, you go to a mosque, or you go to a synagogue, I don't know, whatever it is, we put a lot of ourselves, our being, our entire, because our belief system is there. So our being, our finances, the talents that we have, right? In church we call it time, talent, and treasure. So you put a lot of time into this stuff, you put a lot of your thoughts into this stuff, you put a lot of your studies into, you know what I mean? Like, you put your hopes and your dreams and your aspirations. But my question is, what do you really believe about all of that? And then, even beyond that, like, why do you believe that? And we'll dive into that conversation a little bit today. I'll dive into that a little bit today. But before we do that, y'all know I like to start the day with a few shout outs. I like to make sure to give a couple shout outs and see who's here and who's tuning in, who's locking in with us. And so, of course, first comment of the day today. First comment of the day goes to our girl, Miss Brony Cat. There she is. Y'all give it up for her. Miss Brony Cat. Good morning. God has given us the green light. I saw that come across. I was playing the song Green Light earlier, just in the introduction, just playing music, in the intro. Just a little free show to get the atmosphere set, as we say. So I was playing the song Green Light, and yeah, man, God has given us the green light. We got the green light. We got the ability to get up. We got the ability to do stuff. We got the ability to have dreams. We have the ability to see forth into those dreams. And like when I say see forth into them, I mean to actually do stuff, to actually do something. Put your boots on the ground, get up and work the dream. The dream it's more than just fantasy land. God's given us the green light. We can do the stuff. We can do the things. So, and I got to make sure to church now, welcome to Zeke Live in the Morning with your host Zeke Locke and co-host Eric Rideout, Richard Holmes. Grab your morning beverage and remember, you have the green light. I told you they get better every day. So thank you, Miss Brony Cat. Thank you so much for that. You know what? And before I do any more shout outs, I was thinking about this. So I was moving around a lot yesterday, and I started writing a song, and I thought to myself, I said, I want to do this song, but I want to like invite community out to do this. I don't want it to just be like the people I know. I want the people I know there, of course, but I want like some community to be there. So I'm going to put something together, and I'm wondering how many of y'all will come out for that. And Bronya, the reason I thought about that when I was doing that, because you hear every morning, so you just crossed my mind. So all that to say, I'm gonna be putting something together real soon here, y'all. Because I love music. It's inside of me. It's in me, and it's time for it to start coming back out again. So definitely, y'all want to stay locked in, because I'm gonna announce something. And then before I do any more shout outs, watch this. Have you subscribed? Have you followed? Go on YouTube, subscribe over there, because here's one of the things I'm going to do when I hit 100 subscribers. I ain't there yet, but when I get there, glory, hallelujah. Like, when I hit 100 subscribers, I'm going to throw a pop-up concert. I promise y'all, it's just going to be a pop-up vibe night. We just going to vibe. I'm going to play some new stuff. I'm going to test some stuff out. And that's why you got to be a lock star to be able to come. I'm testing some new stuff out. I'm like Erykah Badu. It's my art. I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about my ish. And so lock stars that lock in with me every morning, who have subscribed, who are part of the live cast, who are part of the movement, who are part of everything I'm doing. Y'all, when I hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, I'm throwing it. Now, just for a little clarification, there is a Zeke Locke and the New Experience page. There's a Zeke Locke and the New Experience page on YouTube. Yes, subscribe to that too, because you'll find music and other stuff over there. But for like Zeke Live in the morning, other random stuff I'm going to start posting, other music stuff, like that's going to be here on this page, which is just Zeke Locke, just straight Zeke Locke. So that's why you want to subscribe over here. So yes, there are over 100 subscribers, I know, on the Zeke Locke New X page. I know. That ain't the page I'm talking about. I'm talking about this page right here, Zeke Locke. So the page that we're live on right now, go ahead and subscribe to that. 100 subscribers, and I'm doing a live show. So all right, there it goes right there. Only for the Lock Stars only. Got to be subscribed to go. Got to follow. You know all the things. You know how it goes. Shout out to my boy Willie Chapman. He was with us last Friday. That was a great show. Was it this last Friday? Or Friday before last? No, it was last Friday. Yes, it was. No, it was. My goodness, I don't know. You was on the show. It was Friday before last. There we go. JC was on with us last Friday. You was on with us Friday before last. Then we went to the thing together, that breakfast thing. So we did that. So shout out to Will C. Westside Willie. He's out there making a difference on the west side of Chicago, changing lives. And I love what he does. I really want to encourage y'all right here. This comment that's on here, Westside Willie. I want y'all to go ahead and like follow his page, like follow him. But go back to the interview that we had with him. I forget what the date is, whatever last Friday was, not this past Friday, but a week before Good Friday, whatever that week was, whatever that date was, May something. Go and check out that, or April. What month are we in? March. I'm sorry. My Jesus. What? I'm like, no, it wasn't May. What am I doing? March. There we go. 4/11. Thank you, Rhonda, on the Rocks. 4/11. Yes, on 4/11. Go and check out that was that really 4/11? My goodness. How the time is freaking flying. God. I thought that was in March, dude. Yeah, okay. So there you go. 4/11. Go check out that day. But that was a great show. And the reason I'm drawing attention to that is really honestly because that was just like listening to what he does, listening to his story, where he came from. I promise y'all, it'll encourage you. And not only will it encourage you, but it will, if you ever dealt with little kids, not little kids, but just kids in general, kids who are growing, kids who are becoming teenagers, going into adulthood, and you want to see what real discipleship looks like, what it really looks like to do life with somebody, go listen to that interview with Will Chapman. I'm telling you, it was a great one. So there's that one. Shout out to you, Will C. And then, of course, here's our girl, the certified yapper herself, Miss Rhonda on the Rocks. And y'all know how we got to do it. We're going to talk about, of course, the Rhonda on the Run challenge, but I'm going to wait till she gets here to talk about the Rhonda on the Run challenge. But I will at least introduce y'all to it because she'll be here with us today. But for those who don't know, if you've not heard about the Rhonda on the Run challenge, if you're new to this, and maybe you are, you got just a moment to hear about this. Rhonda on the Run is a challenge that we are pushing for Miss Rhonda on the Rocks. We're pushing it over here because I think it's a worthy cause. I think it's a worthy notion. We need to get mobile. We need to get moving. You know, a lot of us are, mobile. A lot of us, let me take that back. We're mobile in the sense that we're not destitute. I mean, what's the word I'm looking for? We're not paralyzed for most of us. Now, some of us might have some mobility issues for different health reasons and other stuff like that. I get that. I understand that. So I'm not knocking that. But I'm saying for a lot of us, we're not that way. We're not paralyzed. We're not, in a situation where we can't move. It's just the problem is we in situations where we don't get to move. So like work, like sedentary lifestyles and working, you get home, you're tired because you're mentally exhausted. So you sit down on the couch and you put on your favorite show, you eat your favorite snacks and you watch TV all night. We don't even get out the car to go get the food that we got. We went through a fast food, the drive through. So, like very sedentary lifestyles, lots of processed foods. And so that stuff has physical impacts on us. So we want to get up, get moving. So walking, running, jogging, hitting on a treadmill, lifting some weights, doing something that's physically active. That's what Rhonda on the Run. So you want to do the hashtag Rhonda on the Run. Make sure you tag on Instagram Rhonda on the Rocks. There's still time throughout the rest of this month. If you can make it from April 1st to April 30th, then good for you. But if you can make it from April 1st to April 31st, then great for you. Yeah, that hopefully that didn't go over somebody's head, but you'll catch that later. If you do it from April 1st to April 30th, good for you. That's the challenge. You beat the challenge. But if you do, you conquered the challenge if you go April 1st to April 30th. But if you can make those changes permanent, as in going from April 1st to April 31st, making the changes permanent, then great for you, because now you didn't just conquer the challenge, you became more than a conqueror to the challenge. So we'll talk a little bit more when Rhonda on the Rocks gets here, while we yap with her and we clap the tea. We're going to clap that tea with her. We're going to talk about how she's been doing with her Rhonda on the Run challenge. So there it goes. Matter of fact, look at this. Will Chapman in the comments right there. Let's do another 30 days for real. Oh man, we'll see. And here's the thing, y'all want to make sure y'all locking in, especially when she gets on. She'll be on around about 8:30ish. Y'all make sure y'all lock in when she gets on, because she's got some, she's giving some not raffles, but some prizes away. So I guess a raffle, yeah. It is a raffle. Matter of fact, it is a raffle, but you got to be part of the Rhonda on the Run challenge. And so there's that. Yup. Here's my Aunt Regina. Shout out to my auntie. What's up, auntie? I love you. That's my auntie, y'all. I love my auntie. I really do. Yeah, she one of the cool aunties. She one of the ones she'll get you together, but she'll do it with love. That's my auntie, y'all. There she go right there. Auntie Regina. Y'all show my auntie some hearts. Y'all show my auntie some love. All that good stuff. And then y'all show the one and only Mrs. JP Rideout. Y'all see it right there. Look for JP Rideout on Facebook. That's Eric's mama. That's one of the mamas of the show. I say it every day, and every time she comes on, y'all show her all the love and all the hearts, because we love the mamas of this show, And speaking of mamas of this show, shout out to my mama. She's doing some moving around right now, and so I'm supposed to go out there and see her. So shout out to my mom, keeping her lifted in prayer and all that stuff with everything that's going on. And then also a shout out, of course, to Eric's mom. You see her right there on the screen. I hope y'all putting hearts and love on her if you're on the Facebook side, so that you can, wish her a good morning. She tells us every morning when we had a good, good podcast, good live cast. She lets us know, she locks in with us. So, when she gets on here, y'all got to show her the love, man. All right. And then another shout out to Rich's mom, Mrs. Ladisa Holmes. So she is, of course, the founder and director and CEO of LAH Entertainment and Arts. And they sponsored, of course, our expenses for this month to be able to go live, for StreamYard's overpriced stuff. So so shout out to them. We want to give them a great debt of gratitude. And speaking of LAH Entertainment and Arts, there was a thing that we talked about on, when was she on? Was that Thursday or Friday or Monday, or I forget what day? I don't remember none of these days no more. I think it was Friday. She was on Friday, I think. I don't know anymore. So anyway, Thursday maybe. I don't know. It was Thursday or Friday. Go back and watch both of those days so you can see it. But I believe she was on Thursday. But we were talking about the casting call for what they have coming up with LAH Entertainment and Arts. So they got a casting call for their series, which is a dramedy called Exposed. And so if you are interested in getting involved in a dramedy series, then you definitely want to lock in with LAH Entertainment and Arts, who has sponsored us for this month and is one of the mamas of the show. But they out here doing real stuff. That ain't just a mama of the show. Now, your mamas will love you, but even when you ain't doing nothing no good. But when your mamas are well skilled and they think you're doing something good, and all three of our mamas are well skilled, brilliant women. So when they think we're doing something good, they tell us we're doing something good. You know how I know that? Because when they think we messing up, they tell us we messing up. So so I'm saying that to say, this ain't no whack type of thing to get involved with. This is professional. This is well done. So if you are an actor, now this was serious, if you're serious about doing something, if you just trying to get involved in a little, iPhone series or something like that, that's cool. Go ahead and do that. This is something different. It's the real deal. All right, so this is a casting call for their new dramedy series that's coming out called Exposed. If you're interested in that, email lahentertainment@comcast.net. LAH Entertainment. L as in Ladisa, A as in Apple of Bishop's Eye, H as in Holmes, entertainment at comcast.net. LAH entertainment at comcast.net. If you're interested, and they'll give you the details. If my memory serves me correct, they'll give you the details for how you can go ahead and do an audition. They're taking submissions, but they're going to send you the part or whatever that you would audition for. You'll do a reading. See, it's a professional thing with scripts and all that kind of stuff. So definitely get on that. Definitely. Speaking of mamas, I must have talked to my mama. She usually ain't on here in the morning with us. She usually ain't on because it's so early and she's 2 hours behind, but she's up at 5:55 in Nevada time. So there's my mama. I was just talking about mamas of the show. Look at that. There's my mama. See? Boom. So I was just talking about Richard's mama. I just showed y'all Eric's mama. Told y'all to make sure. Here's my mama giving us a surprise visit this morning all the way from Nevada. Hey, mommy. Hi, mommy. What's up? Sorry. I had to take a sip of coffee. Throat was getting a little scratchy, a little dry. I told y'all I got that post-nasal drip thing happening here. Mama, I need you to come rub my head, mommy. I need you to come. I mean, I love my wife, but my mama, don't nobody rub your head like your mama. So anyway, so there we go, y'all. It's a good day. It's a great day. April 22nd. It's Tuesday. Great day. I'm so glad to be here this morning. Check this out, Rhonda. Check this out right here. Listen here. My Aunt Regina said she about to get her 3 miles in. Boom, look at that. She doing 3 miles a day. So, because she just did her 3 miles yesterday, too. See that? She told us she's 64, but still moving, still doing her thing. There she go right there. Look at that. So she's getting her 3 miles in. Auntie Regina, make sure you hashtag. Do me a favor. Hashtag Rhonda on the run. Rhonda on the run. And then Rhonda on the run. And then tag Rhonda on the Rocks. Even on Facebook. You can do it even on Facebook. But if y'all know you're on Instagram too. So if you upload it and put it on Instagram, make sure you do that. Because we're trying to send Rhonda to Cabo. And she getting people looking at her like Fabletics and Planet Fitness and all of them. They looking at her, Nike looking at her. for this challenge that she's doing. And this is good. It's showing, and it's also a way to show the Black community that we ain't just sitting around swelling up. We Black don't crack, but it'll swell up if you don't take care of it. So it's good to see those stories, especially like folks like my auntie who told y'all yesterday she's 64, but look at her still doing 3 miles a day. So definitely, and like Will C said, I thought I saw it on there. Yeah, let's do another 30 days. That's what he said. Let's do another 30 days. Like, so look at that, Rhonda. I don't know. We might have to talk about that, Rhonda. You might have to extend into May. I don't know, Rhonda on the Rocks. I don't know. We'll clap that T when you get here, though. I keep saying clap it. Clock it. We'll clock that T when you get here. Yeah. Shout out. All right, here we go. Also, my dad says hello. Y'all see Pops on there. He says, hey. So my father says hello. Y'all remember my parents was on here. That was definitely in March. But that was the last weekend in March. That was March 28th. I remember that because of the date. And then whatever that Monday was, which would have been March 31st. So they were on. My mom was on that Friday, the 28th. My dad was on the 31st, that Monday. And the conversations that I got to have with them were just incredible. They are definitely worth going back to. My parents, seeing those two different conversations, those are two conversations that are worth going back and looking at. So do me a favor, go back. You can follow all of that, but where you going to find it at? On the YouTubes. You're going to find it on the YouTubes over on Al Gore's interwebs. So go over to YouTube, make sure you subscribe, and then turn your notifications on. Your notifications will let you know whenever we go live and all that stuff like that. And if you subscribe to YouTube, not just subscribe to my page on YouTube, but I mean, if you actually have a YouTube subscription, like, you can actually be getting ready in the morning and turn YouTube on like your regular music player or something like that. Just listen in. Or here's what I actually do, and my wife does this. We turn it on the TV in the front. Like, that's how I check it. Like when I'm getting my coffee and all that stuff, to make sure stuff is still running, make sure we can hear all that kind of good stuff. It's actually on the TV. So one of the cool things about YouTube, you can just play it through the TV. Especially if you got like a Roku or, one of those with that smart TV, any smart TV or any smart TV platform like Roku TVs or anything like that, they have, a YouTube app. And so you can literally pull this up and just watch it on TV. Like, really cool. That's why I say subscribe over on YouTube. I love how YouTube does lives. I just love that. Now, that ain't knocking nothing from Facebook. I ain't knocking nothing with that. Unfortunately, right now, though, Instagram, we're not on Instagram, unfortunately, right now, because of some different stipulations. But like I said, as we get into the next, maybe into next week, we'll look back into that and try to factor that in for how to do Instagram, because Instagram has some time limits now on it. So we'll factor that in, figure that out going into the future. But that's going to have to run a calendar, like a clock. That's going to have to run like a schedule. So we got to figure all that out. And of course, we're still piloting this whole thing. So y'all continue to bear with us. Y'all continue to lock in with us, because it's definitely, it's definitely going somewhere. It's definitely going places. But YouTube is the place where you can really watch it and really enjoy. Let's see here. Do I need to see anything else? Let's see. Look at this. My mom, my auntie done started a whole conversation. Look at this. Look at this. They done started a whole conversation. Like they just a whole conversation. I love it, man. I love to see it. I love to see that. That's what I know. I know my mom, my auntie together, and hang. I used to love when Aunt Regina came to town. I always got to see a different side of my mama. Y'all ever see that? Like when your parents, maybe we gotten a little older now. Maybe some of us don't remember this as much. But when your parents like stop, I won't say stop being your parents for a minute, but when they like revert to being like the self that they were before they had you, if that makes sense. So I'll give you an example. Like, like when my mom and my Aunt Regina get together, of course, they lifelong. So I was the addition to that situation, if that makes sense, right? So, parents get with certain people and they just, all the life and laughter and everything comes out of them. And this is like right after they just beat your tail. You know what I'm talking about? Like that. So, You know, like my Aunt Regina is one of them ones. I remember a time, I'll give you another example. I remember Sinbad used to do, Mama, I don't know if you remember this, Mommy, but Sinbad used to do those things. They were like in Aruba or Jamaica or Bahamas or something. Those y'all remember those old school jams? And so let me tell you how I found out who Earth, Wind, and Fire was. Sinbad brought out Earth, Wind, and Fire, and my mama lost her mind. She was like, oh my God, Earth, Wind, and Fire. And me and my sister, we were looking like, what? Like, what is that? And then they started playing the music, and she was just dancing and singing and had the thing up. And I'm like, oh, my mama can be cool sometimes, you know. So there you go. So parents were cool before they had us, I guess. There you have it. So, oh, man. Let's see here. And then real quick, Mom, here we go right here. Over on the YouTube side, you can't see this, but Brony Cat 1, that is a Bronya. She said, good morning, Dr. Lisa. I was just talking about you with my coworker. See, everybody's been talking about you today, Mama. So there you go, Mama. If you're still here, you see a Bronya said hello from over on the YouTube side, which is where y'all should all go and watch this over on YouTube. And make sure you subscribe. All right, y'all, let's do this. Let's do some music. I'm going to warm my coffee up because my throat's a little scratchy here. I'm going to warm my coffee up. We're going to play a couple of songs here. Then we're going to come back. And I got a question for y'all. I really did just ask this question a little earlier. And I'm really, oh, look, Bronya put it up here on Facebook for you too, Mom. So you see it. And yeah, Earth, Wind, and Fire. But listen, I asked this question, and I'm really for real about this one. Like, and I'm not even necessarily looking for anybody to answer this. I'm just looking for you to think about it. What do you believe? Why do you believe it? And I talk a lot of times theologically, and so if I'm being very specific, I'm talking theologically. But I mean this across the spectrum. What do you believe? Why do you believe it? We just came off of Passion Week. We just came off of Holy Week, Jesus Week, whatever you call it. So, you know, a lot of beliefs that we have, but why do we believe the things we believe? And, you know, some of us think we know the answer, but I'm wondering how many of us have really ever thought about that. So let's get into that conversation. We'll play some music for the right now. I love this song right here. I'm going to play two songs. I'm going to play Miss Teresa Fondo. I don't know if you know that song, but I use her track a lot on like the TikToks and the Instagrams and all that. That song, Blessings on Blessings on. Yeah. So she did a live visualizer that I thought was so cool. And so we're going to play that. And then we got a live version of our boy Jeremy Sanders with Sounds of Kingdom doing Not Ashamed. They got a live version that they did at a house party situation. So we're going to play those two songs. We'll be right back with some conversation about what you believe, what I believe, what we believe, why we believe it, why do we believe the things we believe, and we'll dive into that a little bit. So trigger warnings all over the place. This is your time to either get your coffee or log off because I'm about to trigger some people, I think. So here we go. All right, y'all. Teresa and then Sounds.
Blessings on me, blessings on me. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Blessings on me, blessings on me. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Everywhere I go, I can feel it. I can feel it. See His blessings all around me in every season, and I'm more than grateful. In the good times, in the bad times, oh, I count them, 'cause I know they're never stopping, and I know God is for me. His love all around me. He gives me more than I need. He makes my life oh so sweet. He makes my heart feel so free. Yeah. Blessings on me, blessings on me. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Blessings on me, blessings on me. Everywhere I go, they'll be. Everywhere I go, I can feel it. I can feel it. blessings on me. Everywhere I go, there'll be. Everywhere I go, there'll be blessings on me. Blessings on me. Everywhere I go, there'll be. Everywhere I go, I can feel it. Blessings and blessings and blessings on me. Blessings on me. I get everywhere I go, blessings on me.
Leroy, I know you're not sitting down on this one, bro. I will call y'all out in this church. All right.
If you're not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ, make some noise in this room. All right, Zach, let's go, bro. Let's have some fun, y'all. All right, brothers, let's talk to them. In the time when evil staring in your face, problem situations, tragedies are commonplace. Persecution running rampant makes you wanna lose your faith. Yup. But please don't be discouraged. Just remember he's the way. Yo, let's encourage him a little bit, y'all. Let your light shine. Yeah. Hey. Yup. Gave his son my soul. There's power in the name of Jesus. No way that I can hide it. It's written all over my face. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. After all the wrong I've done, I did a lot of wrong, y'all, but he still loves me though. Yeah. So don't expect me to keep quiet. I'm about to lose control. Yo, so let your light shine. I see you, Quince. What's up, bro? It's a house party. Gave us sun soul. Yeah. It's in him who. Y'all gonna move with us till we go. 1, 2, screaming from the mountains. Screaming from the mountains. Even in the valley. So I'm not ashamed.
Shout out right there. Y'all see it right there. Sounds of Kingdom. Listen, I'm with you, Abronia. That felt like, like for real. If you didn't know who that was, you would, honest to God, think that was Fred Hammond. Like the vibe, the cadence, just the way he moves, the way he approached that song. Fred Hammond vibes all day. So anyways, that was our man Jeremy Sanders. That was Pastor Jeremy Sanders. I want to encourage you to go back and watch episode. I cannot tell you what day his show was. I cannot. I can't tell you. I know it was in March though. I know that much. So go back and check out the interview. Actually, I don't even know that much, but I'm pretty sure it was in March. I'm sure. I'm about that much sure that his interview was at the top of March somewhere. Just look up Pastor Jeremy Sanders. You can type that in right over here on YouTube, and put that in, and type in Jeremy Sanders. But the group Sounds of Kingdom, I played that song literally for the last 2 weeks. I played it every morning, maybe even longer than that. Every morning, actually since his interview, every morning and during the pre-show. So anytime you go and watch any of the old episodes, chances are you're going to hear that song, the recorded version of that song, like one of the first things you hear. Between that and my cousin Tony, my cousin Jerry, I play his song, He Is Near, with my cousin Lady singing on it. So it's a bunch of episodes where that's the first song. And then the second song will be Not Ashamed, because I just love the way that song feels. It's like such a good feeling of a song. And then right before that was Teresa Fondo with Blessings on Blessings Only. Listen, I love my African vibes, man, y'all. I love my Afro vibes, my Afro beats. Listen, you hear it in the background right there. You hear it in the background, all inspired by Afro vibes. One of my favorite things to do now. It's become one of my absolute favorite things to do. One of my safe spaces is going to Las Vegas. Man, I know everybody else going to Las Vegas. They getting on the strip. They looking for, this, that, and the other. Well, my parents lived in Las Vegas for the past 7 years. So, Las Vegas became like a second home in some level, in some way to me, because that's where my parents were. So, whenever I would get out there, I would be trying to, get out there, try to get out there at least once a year, at least maybe twice a year. But, I get out there and I try to, get lost. I just find my way around. I don't know where I am. And, we live in a day and age of GPS on the phone. So if I get too lost, I can just type back in my parents' address and I'll figure out how to get or somewhere where I know. So, I just get in the car and I get lost. But what I do is I turn on some Afro vibes. They got this car rental company out there. And I do it through Turo, actually. But I get a convertible. I pop that top back unashamedly. And I just ride through town. Like, just, I'll be back tonight sometime. And I just ride down the strip. I ride up the strip. I ride out through Red Rocks. I ride past Lake Mead. I drive out to over the bridges into Arizona. If the car rental allows for it, or I get in I just get lost. I go through the mountains. I drive through the desert. I just be out here with the top back playing Afro vibes. And I'm telling y'all, like, it'd be nighttime, daytime, like. Now, if it's too hot during the daytime, I can't do that, obviously. But like at nighttime, it's over, baby. I'm telling you, that top is coming down, and I'm driving through town, and it ain't that expensive. I promise you, that's a cheaper way to do Vegas than going down to the strip. I promise you. Rent a car on Turo for a couple of days, a convertible for a couple of days, and just drive. Just get lost. Vegas is more than just a strip. So, anyways. I don't even know how I got on that whole thing. I think I was just talking about Afro vibes. So, I play my Afro vibes. I turn the beat up. Real, real loud. And, I turn the beat up real, real loud. And I just cruise. I just let my brain wander. It's one of my favorite things to do now. It is one of my absolute favorite things to do now. So there you have it. There's a little piece of Zeke Locke that you just learned. And so my mom, she just put in the comments I just saw down on the Facebook side. She said, wait till you see Reno and Carson City. So my parents just did this move, or in the process of it. So we, I'm having to adjust to now, that Vegas is, not gonna have my parents there no more because I still got to go back and forth to Vegas. So, everybody goes to Vegas, but I still love Vegas. I like it. I just like Vegas. I like the desert. I like all of that. I like all of that stuff. But I can't wait to see up there. I've not been up there yet to Reno, Carson City. So I'm supposed to be going out there sometime within the next couple of months to help get them all moved and all that stuff. So y'all know. There you go. Look, y'all, this past star Rich Holmes that I hear Vegas trip. Yep, you heard Vegas trip. You know me. It's all about them convertibles. Man, I love it. I love it. Yeah, man. So I asked y'all this question, and I'm just gonna talk it out for a little bit, and maybe we'll dialogue a little bit later on. But I asked this question, and I was so sincere when I asked this question. What do you believe? And then, specifically, why do you believe it? So if we're talking theologically, what do you believe and why do you believe it? And I asked that question because, again, we just came out of Passion Week. And all right, let me go ahead and just do this while I'm running my mouth because I forgot to do it during the other, oh, wow. So anyways, I'm sorry, y'all. I just got another crazy message, but yeah. So, we just came out of Passion Week. We just came out of Holy Week. We just came out of Jesus Week. Different people call it different things that, of course, led up to Easter. And then we get to Easter Monday, which was yesterday. And the Pope died on yesterday. And so, in the world of theology, there's a lot that's shaking up in the world of Christian theology. There is just a lot that's going on. Just a lot, right? And so, but we've got these, it just got me to thinking, we've got these beliefs, and I just question, I wonder, what do we actually believe and why do we believe it? And here's the thing, again, I'm just dialoguing a little bit here, but these beliefs that we carry these beliefs that I don't know, we carry them with us. And for some of us, again, I'm trying to word this in a way, and I'm also trying to find this picture so I can put it up on the screen. I'm trying to word this in a way so I don't just culture shock you too much here. But some of us, I'll use myself as an example. I was born into the church. There just ain't no way around it. I was born into the church. I could not escape that. I was, as the old joke would say, I was a drug addict. I was drugged to church. I was drugged there on a Monday night, a Tuesday night, a Wednesday night. And my dad was a pastor, and he didn't even do a whole lot of church, but he did do a lot of community service stuff. So I saw church even from a different angle. I'm talking all day and all night. I started playing as a musician, of course, so people start hiring me out. Who's hiring you more than the churches, especially the country churches that we was at, and they like long church, that was my first real introduction to real Pentecostals, because they like long church. They got a certain way that they had to do stuff and found favor with them. And then the Baptists do stuff a certain way. And then at our church, we were non-denom, we were more on the charismatic side of things. So we kind of was, my dad was ordained Baptist, but by the time we went to the church that we were at, they weren't affiliated with anything. And so it wasn't organized to be a part of any denomination. And so, we were part of some fellowships, different fellowships where, there's always accountability. There's that community of churches that gather together. So we were part of those kinds of things. But, these brought together people who were from all kinds of backgrounds, whether that been Pentecostal backgrounds, whether that been more Reformed backgrounds, whether that was Baptist backgrounds, whether that was some of the other, these different various backgrounds. We just dealt with all kinds of folks. And so for me, I started realizing as I was getting a little older, especially when my dad was getting his doctorate in theology, I started realizing we all believe something, so different. We all believe the same thing, yet so different at the same time. And, there's, if I'm not mistaken, I think the number now is something like 44, 47, something like that, 44,000 different denominations of the same religion. It's the same faith, the same Christian faith with the same apparent belief system, the same core beliefs, or we will call primary beliefs. So the primary belief of the Christian tradition, And I'm going to put a real quick caveat on this because I don't want somebody like a Dan McClellan coming back and tagging me and saying that's not true, because there's a whole historicity behind this. That's why I'm trying to be delicate with it. But let's just say from the wing of Christianity, which we come from, which whether you like it or not, is Western Roman Catholicism. That's what we've all that's the I know somebody gonna come back and say, no, the African roots and all that. Now, if you was doing the African roots of religion, you'd be doing Coptic or something like that, or Ethiopian Tweho or something like that. You'd be doing those kinds of things if you were coming off of the African wing of it, because that went a whole different direction. What we come off of is yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's why we have the writings of Paul and all those other things in our canon, because it was something that came out of that. And then there was, of course, protest movements, which is why we have what we call the Protestant movement, right? So all of us who are, whether Baptists or AME or whatever, like, are all what would be considered Protestants. But what are they Protestant against? Protestant against the Catholic Church. So we all are connected through and from that Catholic reign. And Catholic, whether you notice or not, the word Catholic in and of itself just means universal. And there's a whole reason why the Catholic was named the Catholic Church or the Universal Church, because there was all these different belief systems. All right, I'm getting into a little bit of history, and I'm doing a super injustice to the way I'm overarching this because we got to go in a minute. But I'm just challenging our belief systems a bit here, and so that you can be strong in your belief. I believe that if you really believe what you say you believe, this is what I believe. If you believe what you say you believe, you should be able to be challenged with that belief in real life. Otherwise, it's just some pipe dream that you're carrying. So, in my view, all these different belief systems that everybody has. So the same primary belief that comes out of that Western Roman Catholicism, the same belief system that comes out of there is this: that the affirmation of the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ, right? So we all carry that. If you come off of the Roman Catholic wing of Christianity, which is the largest wing of Christianity, but if you come off of that wing, then you affirm as a primary belief the death, the burial, and the resurrection of Jesus Christ, right? So that's a primary belief. So why in the world do we have 44,000 different denominations who have all split on differences in belief systems? Well, these are what we call secondary beliefs. These different secondary beliefs. So should you be baptized in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, or should you be baptized in Jesus' name? You see what I'm saying? Secondary belief. Should you be what's another one? What's another good one that is the evidence of the Holy Spirit in the way you live, or is the evidence in the Holy Spirit in you speaking other tongues? See, different belief systems. Are prophets here for today, or are prophets from a time past? I forget the terminology that's used with that, but essentially prophets are no longer in existence. That's miracles and prophecy and all that stuff was for biblical times. It's not for today. We don't need it for today because we have the quote unquote word of God. You see what I'm saying? It's a secondary belief, right? Versus someone who would say, no, prophecy is still active and alive in today's world. See, secondary beliefs, but we all affirm the same primary belief. But once we get to that secondary belief, now we're splitting off. You even see this in the Bible, Peter and Paul, right? Should you be a follower of the law and the prophets, or has Jesus done away with all of that? Peter versus Paul, right? So secondary beliefs. We both believe that Jesus rose, but these secondary beliefs have made us have to have a split between ourselves. And then these things split even further down the line than that. And then you got these tertiary things. I call them tertiary. I don't know if theologians and scholars call it tertiary, but I think it's tertiary. Some of the other stuff we split on, because we get even more micro on stuff like I don't like the way we do worship service, so I want to go over here and do worship service over here. So what ends up happening, I think, we start looking for that stuff, and we affirm to believe the other stuff, but most of it is just given to us. Again, I told y'all I was born into the church. I'm using myself as an example. I was born into the church. I couldn't escape it. My granddaddy was a preacher. His daddy was a preacher. So my great granddaddy was a preacher. If I'm not mistaken, his daddy was too. I could be wrong there, but at the very least, my great grandfather, my grandfather, my father, my mother, my uncles, I got cousins, I got all preachers and active in church, and the ones who ain't is in some leadership role. I mean, church was just in us. Music, it's just in us. It's what I know. It's what I was born into. And so I had a professor who once said this to me, and then we're gonna move on from this. But I had a professor who once said to me while doing a master's. Well, he said it to the class. He didn't say it to me. He said it to class while we were doing in a master's program, and he was talking about people who walk away from religious beliefs. And he said oftentimes the people who have walked away from their religious belief put more thought into that than they did going into it, which made my mind just and I'm mad I can't find this picture. Hopefully I'll have it later. I know it's on my phone. I literally just looked at it. I just screenshot it. So anyways, but I thought about it because I went, oh man, I didn't really put any real thought into going to church. I didn't grow up outside of church, and then one day I was like, I really need to get close to God, and I was born into it. And so for me, I remember one time my mother, y'all see her, Dr. Lisa, she preached a sermon one time, and she said, for church kids, we really got to be careful, because for us, we get this association with the church because it's what we were born into, and it's what we know, and it's culturally relevant to us. It's part of our being. It's part of our core. It's part of who we are. And we take that as our salvation, if you will, as the sum of our faith, because it's just what we know and it's just what we do. But that ain't necessarily you actually believe in something. And so when my professor once said that people who walk away from their faith often have put more thought into that than they did from leaving it, I started, I got a little older and I started realizing, look at all these people who have deconstructed, who have walked away, who have started thinking different things than what they grew up with. And I wonder what leads that. Do we believe what we claim to believe because it was given to us, because we just grew up going to church? Do we believe what we believe because, we just heard it a lot and so it just got stuck in our mind? Or do we believe what we believe because it's a real something that we gave thought to? So, we just came off of Passion Week, and I'm just wondering, a lot of us claim and profess a lot of stuff, but of that stuff that we believe, of that stuff that we claim, of that stuff we profess, why do we believe it? And I'm going to take it even a step deeper. This is why I say I'm trying to be careful, a little trigger warning, but I'm going to take it even that step deeper. Because even this, I'm questioning everything for it. I'm questioning it for you. If you've never questioned it, then here's your trigger warning. You're going to start asking questions now. But you can't just answer it by saying, because the Bible tells me so. Why do you believe that the Bible is justified in telling you that? Because that's a belief system. Everybody don't believe that. So why do you believe? Again, you see what I'm saying? Not a quick answer question. It's one of the ones that you got to take with you and think about it this week. The Bible tells me so. That's how I know that God loves me. Okay, well, somebody got another book that tells you something different. Why did you choose to believe this one? Because it's the Word of God. Why do you believe it's the Word of God? You see that? How many of us have really ever processed that deep with our faith and what we claim to believe? Have you ever seriously processed it that deep? I mean, seriously. And if you haven't, I'd question you on why. Are you afraid to do that? Shout out to my friend, Miss Tamika Talley. What's up, girl? Huh? Shout out to, look at that right there. Brony Cat. Have people walked away from the faith? Yeah. This is, so this is just real questions, All right, y'all. That's kicking off a little bit of the conversation. Guess who we got with us today? It's 8:30, so y'all know what that means. Our girl Rhonda on the Rocks is here with us. Hopefully, I can just shake y'all's faith up too much and just do a hard stop. But Rhonda on the Rocks is gonna come here and really get y'all together. So here you go. So, but before she comes on, we are gonna play a couple of songs here, and then we're coming right back with Rhonda on the Rocks. Y'all know what that means during the music break. Y'all go and get your cups, get your tea, get your coffee, get your Jesus juice, as Brony Cat calls it, and we'll be right back. Let's see what we're gonna play. Rhonda, I'm dedicating this one to you. I'm gonna play these two right here. I'm gonna play Canton Jones, My Day, because that was your suggestion, and I got it right here. I'm playing that for you, Rhonda on the Rocks, and then I'm also gonna play that right alongside. How about this? I'll play it right alongside JC, Burning Bridges, my cousin. We'll do it like that. Boom. Here we go, y'all.
Some reason I woke up on the right side of the bed, and you were the first thing in my head. I can't complain, but I praise you instead, 'cause it's my day, it's my season, and I will start with my own attitude. I'll express my love and gratitude, 'cause my attitude will change my latitude. Things will go my way, 'cause it's my day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be my day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be my day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be my day. Somehow finished last. I ball it up and throw it in the trash. It's my day. I'm smiling, 'cause I know that today is the day. Happy not because of yesterday, but I'm happy 'cause I'm starting with today. Things will go my way, 'cause it's my day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be my day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna, 'cause it's my day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be my day. My day. Tired of getting up in the morning with the same old rut and the same old cut bugging me. The doctor keep drugging me and I'm sluggish and I can't get out of bed. But instead I'ma look to the light, man. Stop blaming my wife, man. I will do it right, man. Fly like a kite, man. I was doing wrong too long, and I'm sick and tired of singing sad songs. I'ma flip it now, song. I will not wait on anything to happen. I will make it happen. I will take some action now. Won't wait on another day. God to make you way. I will take today. That the Lord has made, it's gonna be a good day, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. It's gonna be a great day, but this is the day that the Lord has made. It's gonna be a good day, and I will rejoice because it's my day.
You make me wonder why I even lost you. You had me shedding tears like a faucet. I'm scared to fall in love cause it costs you. You can feel the pain going through my pulse. You got me out here changing and out. You taking up a space in my heart. Sometimes thinking about the past give me nausea. Sometimes thinking about the past also. Lately I'm approaching the future with some caution. Really had me believing I was yours. Breaking my heart in pieces, broke yours. Are you sure that's what you wanna do? You can only pick one side. I guess you done chose. Made you number one, you didn't cross me too. One time is enough for me to cut you loose. Try to take your word, I ain't need no proof. But now that bridge is burned, I'd rather live and learn than live without the truth. Really had me believing I was yours. Breaking my heart in pieces, broke yours. Really had me believing I was yours. Breaking my heart in pieces, broke yours. Are you sure that's what you wanna do? You can only pick one side. I guess you done chose.
Y'all know what it is when y'all hear that. Y'all make sure y'all got y'all's cup, y'all got y'all's coffee, y'all got y'all's tea. It's time for our girl, the one and only Miss Rhonda on the Rocks. Y'all get y'all stuff, y'all get y'all work, y'all get y'all love, and welcome to the stage, Rhonda on the Rocks. What's up, girl? Hear you?
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm okay. This is like the second week of this like sinus cold thing. I don't know what's going on. It is literally taking a toll on me.
Listen, I'm right there with you. Like this morning, I'm just like my whole. I don't know. Hopefully, I'm not coming off like that this morning on stage. But my whole inner side just feels like I just want to shrivel up in the bed right now and just. I just got that.
Something going around, and it's like recurring. Like I was fine, and then it like came back. So I've been like taking emergency. I'm like drinking tea, like everything. That's very, very annoying. But
oh yeah. Oh man, I hope you feel better because
yes.
Because we need you to be on your, we need you to be all the bubbly self that you are.
Yes, I am. I still have clarity of mind. It's just throat hurts a little. Just I might sound like a little nasally, but other than that, things are.
No, you sound all right. I feel like I'm vibing with you here because I feel the exact same thing. Like I'm feeling like the whole time I'm talking, my throat is just like all scratchy. I'm like, what do you believe and why do you believe it? I'm just like in the back of my throat. A lot of us have I'm listening to myself trying to watch, but So yep. So welcome to Midwest in the springtime. That's what God has blessed us with, this nonsensical weather. Like
my mom is suffering too. I had to bring her some medicine this morning. She can't breathe. She can't she just like everything is just gone wrong. So
Lord, we're gonna make sure Pastor Rich Holmes prays for that when he does the benediction.
Yes, pray for me too, because I got a flight to catch this weekend and I can't be sick.
Well, shoot, yes, we're gonna make sure that Bishop Rich Holmes, the bishop in the Lord's church, prays for all of that stuff for everybody who's dealing with that. Because I know we can't be the only ones. If it's us and your mama, Like this Illinois. This is what
Yeah.
it is. Like Illinois / Indiana / Iowa, Missouri, just the Midwest. Pollen, you know. So yeah. So that's what's going on around here. Yeah. Miss Rhonda on the Rocks. You know, every time you come since we've been in this month, I always got to get you to talk a little bit about the Rhonda on the Run challenge. How is that going?
It's going good. For me, because I've been like feeling under the weather, I've been doing more like hydrating. So I've been getting like almost a gallon of water in every day, which I'm really proud of. But like people online have been doing it, tagging me. Like even people were like working out on Easter. I was like, y'all really into it because I am not working out on Easter.
Like at all.
No. So and even on Easter, just like made better choices in terms of like food and stuff. Trying not to like eat everything in sight.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going good. We have 8 days. What's today? The 22nd? Yeah, we have 8 days left of the Rhonda on the Run challenge. I am doing another raffle at the end of the month. So on the 30th, another raffle. The first raffle was a Nike gift card. The next one will be a Southwest Airlines gift card. Because people like to fly. And if nothing else, you can use that card to pay for your bags now because they're charging. So
ain't that some Southwest? They ruined the city with they done.
Yeah, y'all messed the city up
with this one.
You messed the city up. That's why I love Southwest because I can bring my 2 bags for free.
That's literally the only reason. The only reason I fly Southwest. The only reason, because I hate that herding process. I hate the way they board. Now I do hate that. I love that they went to a ticket system. I'm a fan of that personally. I don't have to get herded like cattle. But the baggage is literally the only reason I fly Southwest.
Yeah. What's your favorite airline to fly? Because I would say 99% of the time I fly Southwest.
Yeah, I feel that. Most of the time when I go to Vegas, I'm flying Southwest, but I prefer somewhere between. I used to prefer American Airlines, but you know, Rich convinced me that United was better, and so I started having decent flights with United. I guess after they beat that doctor up and had that whole publicity downfall, they started doing a whole lot better. But that's just domestic stuff. I'm gonna tell you what. Domestic is nothing like international flights. Like international flights are just a way better experience. So my favorite for that has been probably Norwegian Airlines. And you know what? I'm going to actually go back one for domestic. It's not United. Alaska Airlines is my favorite domestic. I don't get to fly them often, but they're the best. Alaska Airlines. They're always friendly people. The flights are always super comfortable. They bought out Virgin Airlines, so they got like all the lights and stuff, and it's a whole vibe, man. I love Alaska Airlines. I love them. So
I don't fly out of O'Hare often, only when I have to because it's kind of a pain to get there.
Sure.
Normally I fly to Midway, which Southwest is basically the only airline there. I mean, I think they have American and Delta maybe, but
they got Delta, they got Allegiant. That's something that's big on the West Coast, Allegiant.
Yeah.
And then they got something else that goes out of there. But
but it's not
basically Southwest International Airport.
Correct. Exactly. But yeah, I've never flown Delta. My brother is a big fan of Delta. He flies Delta more than anything. But yeah, I'm a Southwest girl until now. Now I got to switch it up because they played in my face about my luggage.
Yeah. I might try the Delta thing. I never had good experiences with Delta. I never had, and everybody always says Delta is like their favorite. They always have great experience. It's always I'd be like Delta. I've always had delays. Like I've only flown them like maybe 4 times or so, and I was just like every time it wasn't good. So I got a problem with Delta Airlines.
Got it.
Cool. So the Rhonda on the Run challenge, y'all make sure that y'all do that. Make sure y'all are tagging her and doing all the things. I don't know if you saw Willie. He put in the comments that he wanted to keep it going for another month. He said, "Let's go another month with it." So people out here doing it. I told my auntie she's getting her 3 miles in today. 64 years old, does 3 miles every day. And I told her make sure she tags you and all that stuff. So so you getting the people moving. Come on, for changing the community.
Trying to be a trailblazer out here.
I see you. Got to give just a couple of shout outs and we're gonna get into this video, But Miss Brenda Rose, who came on. She's one of our favorite Lock stars, so I always love to give her a quick shout out. Hey, girl. And then there's Tamika Talley from Kankakee. What's up, girl? And then I got to give this one, of course, shout out. My wife. She's
beautiful.
She's back in the hospital, unfortunately. So that's also a thing that's going on. So yeah. So she's back there doing that. But she's saying, come on, hair. She loves your hair. So
thank you, girl.
Everybody love your hair, Rhonda. Your hair still in the show. And then my mommy says to say, hey, Rhonda. There it is right there. All right, Rhonda, you sent this video last week. Jesus, Mama, you gotta go to work already? My God. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning out there. Like,
hey, it's not even 7 a.m.
Right, my God. All right, here it is right here. So you sent this video over. I hope this is the one you wanted to play because I was listening to it and I was like, this is interesting. It's the guy that's 44 years old, the whole thing like that. So the other one, I gotta do some edits to it. I was about to play that one. And I was like, this is actually a good one. I want to do this one.
Yeah.
But they'll understand. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
but I did the other one today. So guys, buckle up. Check out what this one is. I'll be honest with y'all. It's a little bit long. It's about 4 minutes long. But it's good. It's good what's on there. So it's good like stuff for us to review over. Let me find it. Here it is.
And please get in the comments. I want to know your opinions, not just mine and Zeke's. I would love to know your opinions, even if it's just 3 words. Like that is crazy. Like in the comments.
I think you might have about 3 or 4 people who might write on here. That is crazy.
Right.
If I lose you, I'm bringing you right back up.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't lose you. Praise the Lord. See, every time I say that, I don't lose the person.
Right.
But then if I don't say nothing, I think it's going to be smooth. Everybody disappears. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong and user error. So yeah, to Rhonda's point, y'all make sure y'all get in there. This is going to be a good one on today. This is a very interesting one. Rhonda, I'm still here. I'm going to turn my camera off so it plays smoothly.
Okay.
But I'm still here. So here you go.
Perfect.
44.
Okay, 44. You look good for 44. I thought you were younger.
Thank you.
Okay. So Tyree owns a software company, 44 Aquarius, dad of 2 by his ex-wife. And I think we can do it. What kind of woman you looking for?
Fit, feminine, friendly.
Yeah. What's the age range you want to date, sir?
Say that again, Kendra?
What age range would you like to date?
I would say 18 to...
We can't say 18.
19.
So at 44 years old, you would date an 18-year-old girl?
It's legal.
Now, Tyree.
Oh, Kendra. Kendra.
So you would date a person younger than your children?
I have. Yes.
You have.
I do.
You do. So that's and that's not honesty. That doesn't feel any way to you.
How would it? It's legal. Deal breakers, kids, little kids especially. I would say like X drama is of course never a go. Bad manners, leaving the toilet seat up. That's a
Why would a woman leave the toilet seat up?
Yes, women leave the toilet seat up. Yeah, that's the second lid.
Okay, could the first lid be up?
No.
Oh, so you want no? Okay, so you're saying you don't want a woman that leaves up the first lid of a toilet seat.
Correct. Where you can actually see it physically inside the bowl. I don't like that. You know, my ex-wife is white. My kids are mixed, so there's that. Yeah, but I've dated like everything. I mean, I was raised dynamically, so every race is open for business.
Have you ever been in a relationship with a black woman?
Yes.
Okay, so relationship
my first
your girlfriend.
Yeah, my first girlfriend was black, but I like left her because I didn't think she looked good enough to present to the public.
Tyree, I'm trying my hardest to sit here and listen with an open mind. But now you got, should the woman make a certain amount of money?
Baby don't need to work. I need her like in the kitchen making sandwiches. and closing deals in her mini skirt as she goes to clients.
Okay, now I feel like you're trolling me.
No, I'm being dead ass serious.
So she's a lawyer.
Let's
quit her law degree and become your wife, make your sandwiches, and go get the leads for your company.
I would pay more than a lawyer. Look, women lawyers don't make that much. What, 100 grand? 120 max? What?
Okay. All right. We see you. You'd have to take off your shirt, but okay. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Hold on. Let me check my Cash App. Hold on. Last week.
Last week. Is that woman an option for something serious?
Not at all.
Why not?
Because she's 18. Dumb.
Listen, I am all for Black love, but I think this might be the first time where I will say, may the best white woman get you.
God! Why she gotta be white?
I agree. May the best white woman get you.
I can't hear you.
What? Sorry, I muted myself. There we go. Well, there you have it, folks. 44-year-old man, business owner, very good looking for his age. I'll give him that. He looked better than me. He got that face is smooth, muscular, built, good looking guy. Dates 18-year-old women. He thinks that's all right. He's had a lot of stuff there. I got a lot of thoughts there. I know you got some thoughts though, Rhonda. I know you got some thoughts on that one. Because when you sent it, the caption you sent said a dating pool. Shit. Yes.
I think watching this again like re-triggered me.
Oh, snap.
So, first of all, while he is a nice looking man for 44, he's incredibly corny. Just corny. Just a cornball Jamal. That's first and foremost. And what's even cornier is that he thinks that it is okay to date a 18-year-old child as a 44-year-old man. What about an 18-year-old child? Because 18-year-olds, in my opinion, 18, 19, 20, they're still children.
Yeah.
They can't even do anything for themselves at that age.
Yeah.
So what would make someone who is fully grown want to date, be intimate with, have a relationship with someone who is more than 20 years your junior? Not your auntie cussing. Hey, auntie.
Oh, my auntie, she a certified cusser.
Listen, me too, auntie. But this is why
she's running, by the way, just so you know, she's doing her 3 miles, and she said she put this comment up there first. So she said, I'm listening, but she ain't really interacting. She stopped what she was doing to type this. What the hell was that?
Listen, it is mind-blowing to me that someone would get on the internet and say something like, let me check my Cash App so I can remember the last time that I was intimate. What?
I really actually want to know what that was about. Like, was it because he paid
because
for her
he's paying
taxi?
Someone?
Or did he pay her? Or did he pay for her Uber or something? You know what I mean? Or did he send her some money? Maybe he was a gentleman about it. Maybe he got her Uber for her, sent her with a t-shirt and a thank you for coming by.
It's not giving gentleman vibes at all. I think the other part is dating someone that's younger than your children. That's just super weird to me. That's weird to me. Unless you a 75-year-old man and your kids are 50, then it's okay, you might date somebody 45. I mean, that's still a huge age gap, but it's a huge age gap.
I guess things start changing when you get a certain age.
Yeah, I think when you're older, I'm 37. I would date a 50-year-old. I think that's as far as I would go. But
really, you? Oh man, that's
I would date somebody who was 50.
crazy.
Yep,
I know somebody
100%.
who dated somebody younger than their kids.
Mm.
It was-
Yeah,
I don't say no names, but
don't say any names.
I'll just say that the person he was dating went to school with his child.
Oh.
Third oldest. So
Yes.
there you have it.
Jay Neal said goofball activity 100%.
Yeah, goofball activity. Yeah,
100%.
Bo, what's up, Bo? Yeah.
And then people wonder why single people like me are apprehensive to date, because that right there is what is in the dating pool. He feels like his money, his success makes him qualified to talk to people any kind of way, to date whoever he wants to date. He wants a woman in the kitchen making sandwiches. What? Like, to even say that, even if you feel that way, to say that on a public platform is a hell of a lot of audacity. And that right there is like, why are you? Come on. You're too old to be still a misogynist. Like, really?
Yeah.
A woman is a lawyer, has a law degree, and you're like, I could pay her more than that. It's not all about money. It's not all about money at all. People work really hard to get their degrees and to, attain whatever success they attain. And you to hell with all of that. Just come in here and make sandwiches.
Oh, here's something crazy. I know somebody who has a Let me see. Oh my God. Okay. I know people.
Okay.
Well, that's what they do though. Like where the wife, like she'll have like degrees. I'm talking doctorate degrees. And then like they get married and they put it all away. And I know a few women. Oh God. I know at least 4 women with doctorate degrees who said that's actually what they want to do. Like they don't want to, like they want to be home. Like they want to come off the job situation. So is there some merit there that there is people in the dating pool that he will come across?
Absolutely.
That's what they actually want to do, what he's describing.
Absolutely. I'm not going to say if I met a millionaire that I would be like, no, I still want to work. No, I'm not saying that at all. But it is the not crediting my education, basically saying like what I've attained doesn't mean anything because you have money. That's where I have paused. Like, if you don't want me to work, fantastic. I'll just do Zeke Live in the morning every day and, go shopping and like vacation. That sounds like a beautiful life. However, easy come, easy go, right? Like things happen. That $1 million can turn to a negative $1 million, and you ought to be grateful that I have an education and can go get a decent paying job to help take care of this family. You can get sick, right?
Yeah.
What happens if you get sick and can't work?
Yeah.
Then what?
Yeah.
You're going to need somebody on your team who's not just like, well, when I came here, you told me I didn't need no job. So I ain't never tried to get no further education. I never tried to do more because for what? No. I think what people bring to the table is valuable. Whether you choose to use it or not is your choice.
But don't throw it away.
Yeah, don't just throw it away because this person got money, because money comes and money goes.
Especially in this administration.
Right. People start businesses, and I think that guy was has some like
software
firm, software, something like that.
It's a software company,
What if people decide that another software comes out that's better than yours, and now nobody's buying your stuff anymore? Then what? Sure, you can come up with something else, but how long will it take you to rebuild from scratch all over again? So I think it just pained me to hear a man in 2025 still saying like, as long as she in the kitchen making sandwiches, like you don't even want like spaghetti or like, greens and black like, it just, and he was also very corny. Like I said, like, Just
Okay, so let me ask you this one then, because they, I know we talk about the content of the video, but now I'm just going into this part of it where you keep saying he's corny. What's corny about? Like, what do you? And I think I know, but I don't want to assume. Like, I don't want to assume what I think is corny. But for you, because we gotta hook you up with somebody at some point.
I just think his overall personality was like he was just trying too hard. Like he wanted to look like the man. Like, oh, Kendra, yeah, I've dated black women, but I let her go because she didn't look good enough. Boy, okay. I don't listen. I will cuss on this show. Just say, like, how do you fix your mouth to say something like that on the internet? And I mean, I say a lot of stuff on the internet, but my God, to say like this person didn't look good enough, the black woman that you were with did not look good enough to be your girlfriend. Like,
yeah.
And I get people have their own preferences.
Yeah.
But
that's what I was taking it as,
That's fine, but I don't think it's appropriate to say that, right?
Okay.
Like to the internet. You
but
can
she
say
knows
like
who she was at the same time. That like that
and
woman.
why did you
knows
date her? Why did you
who-
date her? If you were never attracted to her, why did you date her anyway?
Because
But at what point did she become so ugly that you didn't want her to be around your family?
Because corny
You didn't
niggas
want-
need love. That's why.
Corny niggas
And
need love.
when they, you know what? I this is why I was assuming that you said he was corny. Both said somebody hurt that man.
Yeah, somebody hurt him.
And hey, Ari Simone, what's up, girl?
Hey, Ari.
Hey, girl. You know what I think? Honest to God, no cap. I think that he's one of them dudes, and this is what I thought you meant from corny, who was like a dork in school. Like, and we know these guys. I think I might have been one of these guys. I don't know. You're like kind of a nerd in school, and then like grammar school, and then maybe junior high school, and then you go to college and you kind of meet your tribe, and you just start to kind of come out of your shell a bit. Then you become an adult. You start working out, and you get a good job because the ones who are the nerds who get into stuff like software and computers and all of that. They went on to, of course, become adults who made massive amounts of money, were able to have really good jobs and all that stuff. But we got beat up in school, like he was nerds.
Yeah,
like,
he got bullied.
So then but now you looking good and you still look youthful and young and like you got the chest and you were working out and all that. And, you started dating folks that that you started getting out of your shell a little bit, and like you said. Now you're trying too hard. Now you feel like you the man. And to some degree, you are the man. You defeated the odds. But then you start acting like, well, she wasn't good enough. And it was like, man, maybe he was dating her because, like, legit, that's like all he could pull. Like, I mean, and I don't mean this in no disrespectful way. But every girl didn't go to school like, bow. Some girls went to school and they were just frumpy. Some girls went to school. We had different types. The same way we adults. Like, so guys are attracted to different stuff, but every guy in high school kind of wants the cheerleader and all that stuff like that. They want the popular girl, just like all the girls want the popular guy. They don't want us nerds. That's why we get hurt, right? Yeah. So, nerdy dudes find nerdy girls and all of that stuff. And then, and sometimes you end up getting something that maybe wasn't what you envisioned in your mind was supposed to be. So you spend the rest of your adult life trying to attain that which you couldn't get as a younger person. So then you'll fix your mouth to say something really rude. Like, the girls I used to date was like, nah, she wasn't all that. She look at who I'm with now. I can pull them at 18 years old now.
Disgusting.
Yeah, that is corny energy. You're right.
Yeah, very corny. And then I ended up watching the full episode because I'm like, surely there has to be more to this story. Surely this man did not get on the internet and clown like this. And it turns out he was married twice, divorced twice, and both to white women. So let me tell you, a woman who looks like me, we're not going. We don't look at him and see like, oh yeah, that's somebody that I would. The moment that he opened his mouth, I was like, nah.
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah, I just like Brony Cat said, like stuck in the 1930s, don't want women to excel. And we've talked about this before. I don't understand men who say like, my woman can't make more money than me. I want to be the, big dog and all of this. And it's like, that's fine. But
I'm
Why?
bad.
Why you? I mean, what y'all put
Who
in
make the
your
most
joint
money?
bank account is what both of you all have.
Yeah, I don't care who make the most. If my wife is gonna make more money than me, and all I got to do is worry about this in the morning, the others, please, by all means,
By all means,
go
by all
and
means.
get that
But-
bag, baby.
Yeah, but I guess I can ask you this, and maybe when Rich comes on, he can give a perspective too.
Yeah.
I'm curious why men, not you, but per se, but like men in general. Well, I'll speak from my experience.
Okay.
I have been told by men pretty regularly that my lifestyle, what I do, all of that is intimidating. Right? Like they are intimidated by me. And I'm like, I don't know what that does. That mean like I'm super aggressive? Is it because I earn well and I've got college degrees and all of that? I never it's very, very hard for me to wrap my mind around that because at some point we all have the same opportunity, right? Like maybe not in childhood or whatever, like maybe we didn't grow up the same, but once we're adults, we have the same opportunities to go after what we want, whatever that is, right? So it's always confusing to me when I hear men say things like, I don't know, it's just like intimidating. Like I feel intimidated. And I'm like,
yeah.
All right, another one bites the dust.
You know what I think? I think that another one bites the dust. You know what I think? I think that intimidated might, and I'm going to speak from a certain level of experience and then a certain level from anecdotes or other people I know. Where intimidated was terminology that may have been used, but may not have been the best terminology. I think that so like you got it going on. You got your, you got your job. You on the internet. You on Al Gore's interwebs now. You're doing your thing. You have a career. Like you're doing well. You're I don't want to use the word mature, but you are mature. Like we're mature adults where we are in our age group. But I mean, we ain't mature though.
Right. Still have
but
trouble managing that money, but yeah, I'm not that mature because I'm gonna spend that check again.
But we over 35, like we in that age group, like we in that age group. So if you were dating someone who was like round about the same age, who may not have had some stuff together the way that he thought that he needed to have it together to pursue something serious with you, a lot of times what men would do is just pull back, right? So we'll use the terminology like, oh, I'm intimidated by it, but it ain't necessarily intimidation. It's more so of a again, I'm not speaking for all men, so please don't take it like that. But just a certain perspective here that for some men they'll use that word intimidated, and it could be more so just I just know I'm not ready to pursue what I need to pursue with this. It's almost like I really want this mansion, or I won't even say a mansion. I'll say I really want this. I don't know. Let's call it BMW. I really want that BMW. I really want it. But the way my bank account is set up right now, I can afford to get the BMW. I can put the down payment on it. Yeah. I can get the, I can even afford the car note, but it's gonna stretch me real hard to afford that car note. So let something go wrong with the car, and now I got to take it in. It's gonna cost me $7,500 to get, the engine just looked at, right. Or like this. I can't afford the maintenance on it, so I'm not in a position right now. I know I can get it. I can pull it. I can pull the BMW. I can even maybe maintain it to a certain level. But once something hits, because I'm not in a position to really do it as needed, then it's probably not the best decision for me right now to get involved in that, because I ain't gonna do nothing but tear it up. And I don't want to tear this up. So then it might use a word like intimidated, because if you come into the table with your ish together, then any man should want to have that same thing, his ish together. And if you don't feel like he has that, then he's probably gonna do one or two things. He's gonna pull away and figure out how to get it together and come back to you. And then that, of course, causes a whole nother situation stuff. Nigga, you said that I wasn't. Right. Don't come back. But men will do that. They'll go if he really wants, because men in their heads will get it like, no, that's my woman, that's her. Like, and time means nothing at that point. Time doesn't mean anything. If 2 years from now, If it was, we dated 2 years ago, and time means nothing when that's the case, because in their mind they was going to get themselves together to come back to you. You know what I'm saying? Now, then you got these other goofy Negroes who will do something else where they'll say, and I think this is true intimidation, where they'll look at you and say, I ain't got that. And so they, instead of trying to even aspire to do more, they'll just stay there and be like, no, I'm gonna look for somebody who's more on my level. And that's different. I think that's true intimidation right there. There's a lot of goofy cats out there. I ain't gonna even just call them goofy. Some I'm trying to have grace for people, I think. So sometimes you just can't see yourself at a higher level, and you might see all the work. You can tell it in his personality. You can tell it in his demeanor. It's what attracted you to him, but he just can't see it for whatever reason for himself, that he can aspire to whatever he sees you as. It means he sees you real high, but he can't see himself getting up there that high himself. So, that's my take on it. That's my perspective. I'm sure past star Rich Holmes might have a little perspective there as well.
No, I think that's a good perspective. I think for me, where I struggle is like, okay, I see that, I receive that, fine. Like you don't have whatever it is that you feel like you need to match me or be with me, whatever. So then what, right? And if I'm trying to help you, or if I I know somebody who works in this field, like they can help you, and not somebody that I dated previously or anything like that, just like a friend. Like if I knew somebody who wanted to do whatever you do at your church, I'd be like, oh, you can talk to Zeke because he can give you some point, whatever. Niggas don't be wanting that. Like they don't want help. Like they want to do everything on their own because I guess that makes them feel like more of a man. But I'm like, so what is the point of a partnership then? Yeah. What's the point of two people being together if one is not helping the other? You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't make sense to me. You want to be able to help me, and I don't need a whole lot of help. Like pump my gas and take my car to get oil, like stuff like that, shovel my snow, that kind of stuff. But other than that, like I don't need a lot of help. So, but you're willing and wanting to help me, but when it's the other way around, you want to do everything on your own because it makes you feel like more of a man, and that is corny to me.
Yeah, I feel that. And here's the other side why I also give some grace to it as well, because we got these cats on the female perspective that you like, that's what's in the dating pool, but then you got guys in the dating pool who looking at females who what you mean you ain't gonna pay my this, that, and the other, because there's that whole energy around. So who's to say that them men didn't see themselves as coming up because that's what they was dealing with in the dating pool. So now in their mind, this is what a man's supposed to do, and this is how I'm supposed to do. Ain't this what y'all want, females? Don't females want the money? Don't all you want? And then they come across somebody like you saying, no, that ain't what I want. And they just can't conceptualize it because it's like every female I've ever dated, that's all they wanted. So when you gonna pull the plug on me? So let me go ahead and do such and such, and you just go ahead, come off your job. You just because you're gonna do that anyways. All females do that. You see what I'm saying? It's just a lot of. I think a lot of dialogue just needs to happen between
for sure,
like folks, so they can see that it's people out there. Whatever you want, it's somebody out there that fits that bill. And you don't have to keep going to the same thing all the time, That's
And I'm open to different perspectives. Like I like having conversations like this, especially talking to men, because I'm around women all the time and we kind of all have the same mindset. We like, girl, we amen each other all the time. So it's nice to hear a different perspective. And I'm not like bitter or mean or hate men or anything like that, but sometimes it gets very it can make you feel a little bit defeated because it's like you see, like those are the type of men that I meet, like him, and then I cuss everybody out and they're like, oh, she's such a big B, you know what I'm saying? Like I would have cussed that man clean out. What are you saying? What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But those are the type of people, especially in the networks that I'm in, like I work in education.
Just gonna ask that question. The men you got around you are probably to some level the same educational level and stuff like that. And if they come from a lot of men who are at that level weren't exactly the popular kids in school when they were coming up. So if they become like a little bit more like they developed that over time and developed into something that they thought a strong alpha male was.
Yeah.
And they think that that's what's supposed to pull somebody like you. And it's like, no, go back to being that dorky goofball that you once were, that was fun and lovable and just, that made it through school and was, education forward. And because he's probably a really smart dude. I mean, you don't have a software company if you're a dummy, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. And I think too, this is the last comment because I know we gotta move on. But I think this idea that some men have that like all women are the same. Like, women do this and women do that. And women, we say that about men too, but like not every woman is the same. And you have to be open to seeing who this person is that you're actually pursuing or dating at this point. Because you might learn something new. You might think that that's what it is. Or sometimes people have this guard up, right? If you're really interested in that person, are you willing to do the work to bring that guard down? So, I don't know, child.
We'll have to ask Pastor Rich Holmes when he gets here what he thinks. Yeah. It had to bring us to the altar about it. About this crazy dating pool. Couple quick shout outs and we coming right back with Dr. Pastor Bishop Rich Holmes. Shout out to Charlie. My man's Charlie. He goes to my church. He is one of the sharpest dressed. He always got on a fancy hat. So I always be trying to steal his hat and his watch. So shout out to Charlie. I like this comment that Bo wrote. Jay Neal, you see here, he says some people want control and that intimidating factor is a play on manipulation. And I agree with that too. That some of that is just
for sure.
Like if they say they're intimidated by you, supposed to now to their level, so it's an intimidation that goes there. So there's definitely that. Shout out to Miss Ursula Ellis, one of our favorite lock stars, and a shout out to my aunt Scent. There it is, y'all. That's my auntie Regina's sister. They will certify cuss you out, the two of them together. So there you go. There you go. So cool. Let's do this. I'm gonna play 2 songs, and we coming right back with Pastor Rich Holmes. We'll dive a little bit more into this conversation that Rhonda on the Rocks has brought to us because, man, this is good. If anybody out here is single, looking to date, trying to figure out what's going on with these crazy old men dating crazy young girls, then Rhonda on the Rocks has just brought this to our attention. So there we go. Shout out. Let's see here. We're gonna do this song right here. Because I put myself out of order. I'm gonna play Brandon P. A song. Look at this. All the sisters are together. I just gotta show this. My Aunt Kathy, Trefania McGeeslin. That's their sister too. Like all the sisters are here this morning. Oh my Lord. Look at that. That's what you just said. Aunt Kathy. That's all the sisters are on this morning. I'm gonna play Brandon P. Blessings, and then right after that, I'm gonna pray. I can't talk. Pray. I'm gonna play our friend Mervin Hammond. He is always on here with us. He leaves good comments, and he submitted a song to play. So I'm gonna spotlight that song. I actually like it. It got a little vibe to it. It's a little bop. So we're gonna play those 2 songs. We'll be right back in a couple minutes with Pastor Rich Holmes. Rhonda, take you some allergy medicine. I'm gonna go do the same. There we go. All right, here we go, y'all. Brandon P.
Since falling down on me, it keeps bringing me joy. Each blessing I receive, it keeps bringing me joy.
Yeah. Okay. Blessing to coming in front of me. Coming in front. I'm in the cup with a bag on me. How you feel? Like I got my piece in this heavenly? Yes. We not the same. Keeping the fake up under me. Yeah, I gotta go. I'm in the lead. Yeah, no checking the scope. Plain to see. You reap what you sow. You cannot face me. I gotta say this life is amazing. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Time he say my life. Come in with that talk. Please don't kill my vibe. Shorty got that walk. She know what I like. Yeah. With the gang and it's some shy, yeah. Okay, I'm in the still, I got the truth. Look at the pedigree. Okay, I never lose when I'm on the move. I'm leaning on the G. Okay, dipped in the water, only the Father coming in clutch for me. Coming in clutch, yeah.
Blessings falling down on me. It keeps bringing me joy.
void. Why would I give up my core? Belief in you gon' change my war. Make me feel like I'm the world. You, well, maybe I'm not sure. Just make me your little vessel. I won't wrestle with you, Lord. I got all these blessings raining. I'm gon' need a new umbrella. We don't do that stressing, baby. Faith gon' work in any weather. Once I gave him all of me, I just hit the Hall of Fame. We take Jesus over shame. Got no limits, but he not damn. They say no, I'm still the same. Yeah, I got a lot to prove. Fill my life with room. Hear about that tune. Yes, I couldn't help it, my confession. Tell him I'm about to bloom. He wrote me up from the womb. Blessings coming soon.
Blessings falling down on me. He's bringing me joy. Each new blessing I receive.
You're a child of the King, and His love is supreme. Said He knows your days and He knows your nights. You are more than just inspired. It cannot be described how you feeling with pride when you choose to walk at His side and under His care you want to reside. I know. Sometimes this life will go after your smile. Try to pull that away from you, oh. But don't allow the pressure to make you forget who you are. Beloved, be encouraged. Beloved, we got a promise from heaven, so we're alright, we're okay, we're alright, we're okay. There is nothing that can keep us from the life that we have in Jesus. So we're alright, we're okay, we're alright, we'll be okay. Be encouraged.
I'm standing on your promises, you haven't failed me yet. You're not a man that you should lie, so I never fret. I'm so encouraged, you gave me courage, you comfort me. With the still small voice, you said you never leave. From that moment on, I knew everything was okay. Cause you conquered everything, even death in the grave. Now who am I that you should love me and have in my praise? When it comes to your ways, Lord, I'm so amazed. You remain the same, yet daily you're brand new. When I think about it, nothing compares to you. Not gold, diamonds, and pearls, Lord, I adore you. The Prince of Peace, remove the thief from this temple. You're the Lord and King of Kings upon the throne. I give you glory, and glory is God and God alone. Your love is unconditional, I gotta let the world know. Nothing can separate us, no matter where I go.
Encouraged, beloved, we got a promise from heaven. So we're alright, we're okay, we're alright, we're okay. There is nothing that can keep us from the life that we have in Jesus. So we're alright, we're okay, we're alright, we'll be okay. Be encouraged, beloved, we got a promise from heaven. So we're alright, we're okay, we're alright, we're okay. There is nothing that can keep us from the life that we have in Jesus. So we're alright, we're okay, we're alright, we'll be okay. But there are times when I forget this and I give in to pressure and I make mistakes. Tell me, what should I do? Sometimes it's a relapse. If you relapse, gotta retrack. If you retrack, it'll lead back to the King that'll bring peace back. With your peace back, you can think right. When you think right, you can see light. With the right sight, then your life's tight. Your Christ walk will be alright. Alright. Be encouraged, beloved. We got a promise from heaven, so we're alright. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. There is nothing that can keep us from the life that we have in Jesus. So we're alright, we're okay.
fly, I'm so 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 fly.
Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? That was Brandon P with Blessings, and then Merv Hammond with Broken Vessel Music, featuring Rob Redeemed, I think. Rob Redeemed, yeah. And that's a song, I'm Okay. Man, listen, I'll be okay. That song was, especially when you dropped that last bars on there, and I was like, hey, okay. I had to turn my camera on to see if everybody else was looking. That was, yeah, I almost came on the screen. I like that one. So y'all go and support that one. Merv Hammond is on with us a lot. When you see Broken Vessel Music, that's him. So he, go support his stuff. We support each other over here in the Lockstar world. We definitely do that. Hey, speaking of support, have y'all subscribed over on YouTube? Subscribe, follow, do all that stuff. I told you when I hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, I am going to throw a concert. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw a pop-up. It's gonna be a pop-up, intimate setting, that whole kind of a situation. So that's what I'm gonna do. So please subscribe, tell a neighbor, tell a friend, tell all the people. Couple quick shout outs. Of course, Miss Ursula Ellis has joined us. My Aunt Cent has joined us. My Aunt Kathy has joined us. Where's it at? Oh, I found it. There it is. My Aunt Kathy has joined us. JR. Oh, JR, I gotta call you today. I gotta call a couple other people too, but I'm gonna call you later on today. I have to, because we gotta finalize you coming on. Y'all definitely want to see him when he comes on. He has already told me that he gonna make a few people upset. So I'm excited for that one. And speaking of Broken Vessel Music, y'all look at this right here. Y'all follow that right there. That's the song you just heard. Merv Hammond. That's what I was just talking about. Merv Hammond. Like, you go follow his stuff. Subscribe to him on YouTube. That's him right there with Broken Vessel Music. Please go and do that, because that song was a bop. I heard it and I said I was going to start playing music, and it was pretty awesome sauce. So thank y'all for that. And man, it was an honor to be able to play your stuff, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. Matter of fact, you got to send me some album art, but I'll send you an email back. I saw it in the email, so I'll personally email you back. I need the album art to that joint. I just snagged the Broken Vessel thing, but the song is a bop. You got something in your hands there, man. You got a talent, bro. For real. All right, y'all. When y'all hear that, I'm so fly. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for our man's Dr. Pastor Rich Holmes. Let's see. We got Miss Rhonda on the rock. There she is right there. And then the one and only Pastor Rich Holmes. Give the love. There he is. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, flying.
What's happening?
What's up, Pastor?
On a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday. Talk about it Tuesday.
Talk about it Tuesday. And y'all doing some talking with a certified rapper. Come on, Rhonda, what's happening? Yeah. That rapper.
You sound so old. You sound so old. You call her a certified rapper. I'm talking about clapping T. We not clapping. We clocking.
Yes.
And she ain't rapping, she yapping.
Certified yapper.
We old. Yeah.
My bad.
She's a certified rapper who clocks her T.
Yeah, she claps her T as she raps.
She claps her T when she raps. That's what she does.
Certified clapper. What you say?
Certified clapper. She claps the she clapping and rapping. That's what she.
Leave that one alone, Zeke. Let's get on past it, man.
Because I'm gonna keep calling it clapping now that we just said that already. What's up, Doc? How you feeling, man?
I feel okay on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Feeling well, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Just good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your sinuses aren't bothering you this morning,
No, I bind that, huh? No.
Hey, in Jesus' name.
Bind mine.
Yeah, bind mine too, because we on both sides of you. We both are.
Literally.
No, I didn't sleep with the fan, so I've been all right today. So
that's another thing. That fan will do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes
you know what I mean? I just started saying, you know what? This because every year I get this cough, I get this thing around this time. Last year I was like, yo, I ain't getting this next year. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do. I ain't gonna get this next year. So I ain't had it. So
praise God.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? But of course I changed some things. Drinking water more like you talked about, Rhonda. Kind of got some herbs and minerals and vitamins in my life, you know what I'm saying? And been helping out.
That's good. Yeah, that'll do it.
That'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah, unless you got the crazy allergies, that you just gotta take some Benadryl. that pollen gonna do what pollen do. It's
Yeah, outside at like
Yeah, and I love being outside in the summertime. So I got to just, but that the allergies. If you deal with sinus issues and allergies, that's my God, my God.
Another thing, I've been closed up a lot. I'm still under COVID rules for some reason. I don't know. I just haven't forgotten that COVID's over with. I still tend to stay inside a lot. I get out in the streets when I get out in the streets now, huh? But kind of be in, I'm in. So
I feel that too. Yeah, I think it changed for all of us. I don't know if we just got older during COVID because we also went through like that mid-30s age period, like in the house, or did we just get like stuck on COVID because we was just in the house and now that's just a new way of life? Like, what was actually happening there? Or was it a combination of both? Like, I think about that sometimes. Did I just become an old man and so I like being home? Or did COVID just change my whole perspective and now I just stay home? Like I
think COVID changed us because I love being at home. I was thinking about that yesterday while I was at home. I was like, I really love it here. I love being at home. I like going outside, but I really like being at home.
You used to never be able to catch me at home. I was out yesterday running around doing stuff, and I was just like, I just want to go home, man. I want to do nothing but go home, put my feet up, get under a blanket, turn on a Netflix or something, and just I don't want to be out here.
It's real. I don't know what happened, but I'm in that same boat. Just don't want to be outside that much. And even on platforms like this, that's why this game's so successful. You know what I'm saying? We can do this in our home or in wherever you guys are at. But you can just do stuff like this and it's still impactful. So I was just like, man, do I really got to go out here? But then the Bible tells us to go out and do something. So I go out and do something.
Rich, did you get a chance to watch the video?
I did. I caught some of the video and I enjoyed you guys' dialogue. I was really getting into it. Like, you be bringing some stuff, girl. Some fire.
Always.
Content writes itself. I tell people that all the time. They're like, how do you come up with topics for your show? I don't. You guys do. Give me the content every single time and I just talk about it. So what did you think? Like, what were your thoughts on what you saw? Or even Zeke and I's conversation?
I could never do that. Like, in my mind, Phantom to do that. Although legally, I guess he's good, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course.
Legally. But just I think that's trash, bro. Like, for real.
Yeah.
I've always seen girls like that as little girls. Like, Rhonda, I tell people this, like, when you came into school, I was like, and I found out that I said, oh, that's a little girl. Like, that's just a little girl forever. Like, and it's just gonna be that. As beautiful as you are, it was just she's a little girl. Like, so that was just a mess. So when I don't understand how that switches. And people can kind of go, I'm going to go back to an 18-year-old, a 20-year-old, and I'm 45, 50. I don't know where we at mentally, bro. Now, I think what society is telling us as men are supposed to dominate in so many words, in relationship, they're dominators. So if they feel like that's the only way they can achieve that is getting someone younger, and fulfill what they feel what a man is. I'm supposed to dominate and be a leader, and that's the only one they can lead. That's probably why they do go to that route. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a big in support of it. But if I were to try to get an understanding, because I'm a person that try in all my get an understanding, that's probably what I would see the it factor with it.
Yeah, I think you guys were talking about yesterday. You mentioned the scripture, like what's lawful isn't always what
expedient. Yeah, if it's just because it's the truth, don't mean it's wise to say it. Like,
just
like,
because it's not against the law for you to date an 18-year-old. But it's not appropriate.
That
makes sense. That's what came to mind when I was thinking about that. I'm like, okay, that legally will you go to jail? No. But is that appropriate? No, it's just not. And being an educator, I've seen 18-year-old girls and boys, and I'm just like, what about this is
like at all?
There's nothing
right.
about,
it may be
the same wavelength. Like,
no,
It could
Not
be a
at
high for
all.
some of them. Like it's a hit. Like, yo, it's a rush. Some people live for that rush. An
That's true.
18-year-old that's with a 45-year-old that's giving her money, making these things happen, got her nails done. All the girls think she popping. Now she famous on Instagram
That's
and
true.
all this stuff. And now
Mhm.
it's like, yo, this is cool. We two consenting adults. People keep telling me, get out my house when you 18. You
Yeah.
grown. And now they're making grown moves and decisions. And no
Mhm.
matter how they doing, they getting their OnlyFans. They getting tens of thousands of dollars. Some of these girls on
Yeah.
45 and 50-year-olds that's throwing at them for showing their toes. So
Mhm.
you need to tell me, like, that's real. So I understand it now, but I could never fathom my mind of doing it. It doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. I definitely think it's corny, but
Yeah.
it's definitely lucrative. I get the business understanding model.
Mhm.
Some of these girls understand it now. Now the ones that get the, that don't know how to kind of move and make it the way they want to make it, then we got to pray for them. We got to pray for all of them. But there are
Mhm.
some out here that's really just making it a business and making moves with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Men are, I ain't gonna say men allowing them, but if they want to finance their dreams, some women out here doing it ain't even giving it up, being real.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna say the other perspective of that maybe is a rush for him too, because as you saw, he's last week he had an 18-year-old. Can I date her? Nah, absolutely not. She's too dumb for me. So again, not on the same wavelength is basically what I'm hearing him say. And I
Yeah.
never said she's a dumb girl, but just I'm 44. I done lived life experiences, and you
Right.
18. What do we have? And I can't. I'll date her, but I mean, I ain't trying to have no pursuing this long term.
Also,
I ain't trying to do nothing like that. You know.
think about this: a dude that age got money. 18-year-old ain't did too much of nothing. So if you want to go on a cruise on a balcony, she gonna think it's the greatest thing in the world. That's another high. That's another experience. This is my first time. Some men thrive and live off that. I'm one of them with my wife. I'm always looking to be her first in something. What
Yeah.
if we never did before? Oh, we was the first to do jet skiing together, the first to do whatever is to get. Oh man, it's a high for me. It's a thrive. So that's another understanding I can see and get. It's trash, but I can understand it. I'm not want that with no 18-year-old. You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
I can see, like Jay Neal said, I can see from the teenager's perspective why it's a flex, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm getting all of this money,
Yep.
and I only have to do what I have to do, but like, I'm on a different level from my peers, right? My peers are like having trunk parties, and I'm going on cruises with balconies. But for the adults in the situation, like, you're a weirdo. You're a
Depends
cornball.
on what circle you running in, though.
Yeah.
I present to you Chicago's very own Viagra Triangle. If you want to find rich old men walking in with 21-year-olds, some of them 18, 19, they just they rich enough you can get them in there because they don't, you ain't got to be 21 to go to Hugo's or to what else is over there, Doc? I like Hugo's personally, but I'm trying to think of it. It's right there in my name. I can't. Nonetheless, the Viagra Triangle in Chicago. If you've never heard of it, y'all.
Where's that?
Oh, you never heard of the Viagra Triangle? You've probably been there and didn't know what it was.
You need, you might want to just go and
write that down.
So it's literally like a triangle that's over there where the streets cross. So it's like Rush. What is it? Rush Division, maybe, or it's that general area over in the Gold Coast, though.
Yeah.
And so where those restaurants are, so like all that stuff that's over there in the Gold Coast. So you got these wealthy men, Chicago got plenty billionaires and stuff. And that's where they hang out. They'll go to the clubs and the bars and the restaurants, the big steakhouses all over there. Yep. And you'll see them walking in when they're in their Ferraris and the, Range Rovers and all the top ends. I mean, big money, old money. And it's walking in with women who are young enough to be their granddaughters. Hugh Hefner. It was a flex for Hugh Hefner his whole career to have 18-year-old girlfriends. I mean, that was his, and he switched them out.
Everybody has their preferences. I just personally, I know who I was at 18. I was in college at 18. Like, had already been in college for 2 years at 18, was still a damn fool. So I can't, like,
it's true though.
It's just hard for me to wrap my mind around. I get people like what they like. It's not illegal and all of the things, but
it's still just weird.
I think it's inappropriate. I just think it's inappropriate. I think it's a way to kind of like control someone, because maybe you don't have control over your own life. So you know, want to have someone to control and manipulate. And I don't know, what do you have in common with an 18-year-old? Like, y'all may like the same shows on Netflix, but like they literally cannot go buy alcohol.
Yeah.
They barely can buy cigarettes. Like, they can't rent a car in their name.
Yeah.
They may not even have a driver's license at 18. Like, let's be for real.
They can't drive on the expressway.
No. No. And if their birthday is late, they're still in high school at 18. Like some young ladies and young men are 19.
That's true.
In high school.
That's
what
true.
are you doing? I just can't. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's I mean, at the end of the day, I know what he likes about the 18-year-old. That's the it's got nothing to do with her brain. I mean,
no, nothing to do with her brain.
The only thing, man, I ain't gonna use that line. I ain't gonna say that.
Well,
not gonna say that line.
You do it, Zeke.
The only thing that some men find better than some, you know, oh my God, what do they find better? What's a word I can use that? Well, I'm just gonna say it. Men like, the only thing they like better than coochie is new coochie. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that they like better than. What do men like more than coochie? Some new coochie.
Thank you too. Appreciate you. I love you.
That's the cleanest way I could think to say that. Like that's
all right.
The truth is,
I mean, it's just the, you know, if you you know, I mean, you can start getting older. You know, the older we get, the less we can do. And there's a lot of factors that's probably there. Like he's young, active, not young. He's 44. He's active. He's clearly working out. He's clearly keeping it together. Because I mean, you don't see no gut. You don't see no so. His sex drive just might still be die, and you know. He dating women his age, and they sex drive is more like Negro stop, like you know. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm saying if you got this energy that wants it, you might just, for the sake of that, let me go talk to these young girls. But am I gonna date them? Yeah, no.
And it's probably a lot easier. It's probably a lot easier because there's not a lot of questions being asked. You put that money up, you get that butt.
Come on, somebody.
That's it. So, I mean, before a woman his age, there's going to be some questions. You got to take me out. You got to buy me a drink at least. Like, you know, you got to.
It's going to be a much more real situation. Yeah.
Oh,
like much more.
You got to work a little harder.
Yeah.
And he doesn't strike me as the type that's really honestly looking for a relationship. He's looking for sex, which is
twice married with children and a
Yeah.
business
Like Mary,
owner.
like
His mind
before.
ain't on that. Yeah, his mind is on.
No.
He just got over the doctor, so he must just be thinking about dating right now.
He
Like,
is Wolf of Wall Street. That's what he's on right now.
yeah,
Right now.
the wolf is looking for the
Thinking who
cat.
he may devour.
Come on, that's what he's on right now. And you got to be able to
Or whose
realize
he
that.
may devour.
Right.
As long as the women can recognize that, like that's what he's on. Life is choice driven.
Yeah.
What choice you gonna make?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, he putting it right out there.
And sometimes it's just that. Like I'm a living with, like, you know, sometimes it's just that. And, you know.
And this is the truth. If you listen.
what
Hey,
it is.
everybody on this live cast will testify to that. Like
Yeah,
anybody who ain't is either lying or wish they would have. Like so that's all. Like because there's a lot of people out here, like I said earlier, who was unable to do some stuff in what they saw to be their prime years, our youthful years, and they was unable to pull it. And then they get a little older, and then you start being able to pull everything you wish you could have pulled when you was in high school. You going and doing that, like I mean, because now you the man, now you cool. It's you know, it's that whole. That's a real energy. That's a real thing. You try to get the stuff that you like. Men go through these mid-age crises sometimes. You know, I couldn't afford that little itty bitty sports car back then, but now I got some money. Well, I'm also also 300 pounds and my knees hurt, man. I can't get down. I can't fit down into this Porsche, but I can now finally afford the Porsche, so I'm gonna get it, even though it's gonna hurt my back to get in and out of it. Or I'm divorced and I couldn't pull the cheerleader back then, but I'm the man now. I got my I'm the man. I got my I can pull them, and so they go and try to get that, and that's a real energy, man. That's a real thing. But let me paint this picture. Think about this. So imagine you're 26 though. Like, okay. So if it was 26, let's take it down to that age. You're 26. You're probably already 5 years, at least 3 years out of college already. Undergrad. You might even have a master's by this point. You're 26. You're probably in your career, especially if you're in his world. He's probably well into a career by 26 years old. He's, living on his own. He's out there doing this thing. So same scenario, right? He's 26 and the 18-year-old, if we go back in time, the 26 years old. So the 18-year-old at this point in time is just being born. like he's 26. And so when he was 26, the chick that he cash apped last week, when he was 26,
tough, Zeke.
was still in his mama's womb, still in her mama's womb. That's the only thing my mind be going to.
Yeah, I
mean,
mean,
when I see a certain age, I'll be like, so when I was 15, you was just being born. Nah, I'm straight. Like I just can't. Nope.
Yeah. And I think it's different when it's like, okay, I'm 40, he's 55. Sure. When he was 15, I was being born. Sure. But 40 and 55 is different from like 30 and 15. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's still the same amount of years, but 15 years is still a lot.
Yeah. Like you said, Zeke, if you're not used to getting that energy, you may not know how to handle that. You may think it's just designed for one thing. And the young ladies and some of those girls have that energy because they missed a father, may not have been in their life or whatever it is. But you got to know how to direct that. And that's why I think a lot of, people in spiritual leadership and other leadership, they get into problems and get to scandals because they don't know what to do with that energy. When it's approached, when it's coming to them, no, you got to know, you a little girl. You need to go ahead and direct that into some other things. Let's go have a conversation with your parents. What's going on in school? Different things like that. And so, and I believe, God will hold people accountable for that and what they're doing with it. If they're coming to you for that, obviously they're coming to you with that. You got to be able to help them out on where that's supposed to go. And if we're afraid to talk about that in these spaces in different communities and different organizations, then we'll continue that same cycle. And abuses are going to happen with that. So how do we challenge? How do we deal with that space as well? When it do come up, I was a dean in high school, working in high schools, and there were times where young girls said inappropriate things, and I've seen how some men handled it totally inappropriate, and I know how I handle it. I need another female over here with me right now. Let's have a conversation. Where's the not the office manager, the clerk, or the people that do the caseworker stuff? I can't remember that name.
Social worker,
school counselor, or whatever.
Yeah, school counselor. There we go. Social worker. Hey, let's have a conversation. Here's some things that were said. Let's talk about it. But people don't, and some men just don't know how to handle it. And 45 with an 18, he's just like you said, Zeke. He just want to test some things up. Tough, man. My bad. I got stuck what I was gonna say on the rest of it. So
no. I get it.
Like I guess people just go after what they go after. I just, that's crazy work. Rhonda, you mentioned something earlier. I'm sorry, not Rhonda. Rich, you mentioned something earlier. You was talking about like when Rhonda first came to the school, like you found out she was 16, and it was like, oh no, that's a little kid. That's a. And me and Rhonda, we were just talking about this on Friday actually, because I asked, and Rhonda, if it's okay if I ask this, what I said on Friday. So I said to her, because we were talking a little bit of carryover from the conversation, me, her, and Eric, and I said, I wonder how much of her dating in college got impacted by us being there with her, because we were so like overprotective. It was like the moment we met her, are you 16 and you here? Oh no, you about to save our community, like you little sister. Like, and anybody who would come around her was like, nah, bro, you can't talk to her. She only 16, bro. Like you. Like, no, she only 17, bro. You can't, like, leave her alone, dude. Like that was a legit thing we was doing at that time. I don't even think we was, like, trying to be like cock blockers or nothing. We were just like overprotective, almost like a big cousin or a big brother or something. Like it was like that, very much that, you know. And Rich just brought that up a minute ago, and it just reminded me what we was talking about on Friday. But I do wonder, man, Rich, do you think we ruined Rhonda's dating career, like her dating college experience, and do we owe her some recompense for that?
We gotta get her together. We gotta hook up with somebody because we did share. Because I remember times, guys, we would meet and they would bring up, you know, who are all the ladies that's around on the thing, and Rhonda's name would come up. No,
bro, no. Like, it was literally like 10 niggas ready to like fight for Rhonda, like just because you was like little sister, like literally, like wasn't nobody to run up on you like that. Like that was
they was trying to.
No, in the moment, I was like, "This is terrible. This is awful." Like I came to college to, you know, have a good time, and but in hindsight, I do appreciate it because. You know, you and a lot of things could have gone wrong. Me and Tammy was hanging out off campus. We wasn't at outset a lot. You know, we was hanging, and things could have happened. But people, because they knew y'all, if I came, they were like, "Oh, hey, hey." And I was just like, I went from being like y'all little sister to literally everybody's little sister. All the niggas. I'm like, oh wow.
Yeah, like it was literally that way. Like so we might have ruined your dating career in college, but
I still haven't recovered, obviously. But you know,
you're doing pretty well. I'm sure you're doing pretty well now. You know,
I've seen better days. Seen better days now.
Hey, listen, we got your dating show coming up soon, so y'all get ready for that.
Yeah, I can't wait for relationship week, y'all. So this is some of the stuff we talked about on Friday. We talked about some of the plans that we got for upcoming, and one of those plans is a relationship week. So all the stuff that we talking about with Rhonda on the Rocks, we gonna figure out who we can hook her up with, and we gonna just see what that's about. We just gonna send them somewhere, see what it is.
Email to us.
Yeah, if you wanna, I feel like I'm pimping you out. If you wanna date, I don't like. I gotta put you on the full screen. If you wanna date this right here, make sure that email Zeke Locke 730@gmail.com. There you go, right there for this beauty right here. That feels like I'm auctioning you off. That is.
I have all of my teeth. I don't have children. I'm a dog mom. I own my home. I have degrees. I'm well traveled. I love Jesus.
Hey.
I don't know. Follow me on Instagram. I'm beautiful. Like I don't know. Yeah.
There you go. See, look at that, y'all. So if you know somebody who you want, now they got to be in the Chicago area. I ain't flying nobody out here. I ain't flying nobody from Houston or something like that. Hey, like if you know somebody in the general Chicago vicinity, or who will own their own travel to the general Chicago vicinity, because I'm not flying nobody in.
Some may, huh?
Some may. Ride on the Rocks. You'll catch.
Listen,
the right
I
man
have not seen. Ears have heard. Have not heard. The great things.
The great
men fly for all kind of stuff. So we listen. So I'll put it that way. If you're willing to come to Chicago on your own accord in Jesus' name, then you know. But in the Chicago vicinity, we are gonna do a thing one of these weeks. What did we say it was? Rhonda, was it the first week or the second week of May?
First week, the 5th week of the 5th.
There you go. Boom. Bye, y'all. So that's what's going on that week. Where we put some stuff together. We're gonna have some different married couples on, some boyfriends, girlfriends, some single people, the whole men's perspective versus women's perspective, the whole nine, all the things. We're gonna do all of that. We're gonna try to find some wisdom in it. We're gonna find some stuff where some husbands be like, "Oh, your wife do that too?" So wives like, "Oh, your husband do that too?" We'll have some of them conversations. We'll have some different. So it's gonna be that week, but you know, we're gonna try to hook Rhonda on the Rocks.
My wife. We got my wife.
Your wife in there? Tay Treasy. Oh, Tay Treasy. Oh. Superstar.
We don't do relationship week, so
yeah, we're gonna be on there. My wife came up with this really cool idea actually that I want to do, so I got to run it past you and Tay Rich. It'll be y'all, us, and somebody else, and I'll say it offline, but it involves going to the store and doing some stuff. But I'll mention it offline. It's gonna be real cool. It's gonna be real fun. All kinds of cool activities that week. Relationship week, and by the end of that week, we're gonna hook Rhonda on the Rocks up with somebody, right?
Up to 50, right? 50 years old.
Up to 50. Up to 50. What's the youngest? What's the youngest? And what's the oldest? Like, what's your range?
I'm 37. I probably wouldn't date anyone younger than maybe like 34, 35.
Isn't that crazy? The older we get, the less young that trends. And the older it starts trending. When you're younger, it's the other way around, right?
Yeah.
Like, I feel that.
Yeah.
All
He
right,
doesn't have to be 50. That's like the max. Like, okay.
Yeah. No, I got
phenomenal. He has everything together. Could not resist.
I got you.
When I say 50.
Did you say 33 or 34?
34.
34 to 50.
34 to 50. Good range.
Got you. 34 to 50. That's a decent range. So if you know somebody that's 34 to 50, single, and got a good head on their shoulders, we ain't trying to send out with no
and love God. He has
person.
to love God and have a
relationship. Has to love God. There you go. All of those things. There you go. ZekeLive730@gmail.com. Also, if you got music and other stuff like that, ZekeLive730@gmail.com. As you see, we do occasionally go in there and look at the email and see songs and things. That's how Merv ended up with a song. I went to the email and looked to see if I could find anything, and there it was. 2 songs. He sent me 2, and they're both good. So there it goes. Boom, boom, boom. Y'all, this has been amazing convo. This has been good. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna do our round table. Rhonda, I'm gonna let you say your words, and then Pastor Rich Holmes, leave us with a word, and you can take a little bit of time. I know we usually leave you to give us a word, but give us a little bit of a word, and then me and Rhonda both decided that we need a benedictory because look at all these tissues, isn't it? Like we need a benediction because we all dealing with these sinus issues and allergies and things of that sort. But yes, let's do the round table. Let's go first to Rhonda on the Rocks. Tell the people something. Tell them what they should do this Tuesday and all that or whatever. I don't know what you say.
This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. I'm grateful for the conversation today. I'm looking forward to what's to come with this show. If you are participating in the Rhonda on the Run challenge, please tag me on Instagram right there at Rhonda on the Rocks. Don't forget the H in Rocks, and I will see y'all on Friday.
Hey, she'll be back with us on Friday. And don't forget, like she said, the Rhonda on the Run challenge, because we're trying to be healthy in 2025. We trying to stay alive all the way through 2025 so we can get to 2026. And I don't know. I was on a roll and I didn't have a rhyme to really go with that. So there you go. Doc, that was anticlimactic. So you're gonna have to give the energy back.
I'll do my best. You know, I enjoyed this conversation today. One of the things I enjoyed that they talked about was this intimidation word. And one thing I had to learn with dealing with my wife was admiration versus intimidation. It's important to understand and note that not all men, you know what I'm saying, are intimidated by successful Black women. Many admire the success and the achievements of Black women, and not just Black women, but successful women of all colors, races, and shapes and sizes. You know, and they waiting to have a real strong relationship with them, and the admiration can really foster a greater and better relationship. So just keep that in mind and determine, is it really admiration or is it just intimidation? All right, I'm gonna leave y'all with that. All right, like I always say, you know, life is choice driven. You will live and die by the choices you choose to make. Today, I'm gonna give you a hint and choose life. Can I pray for you? Thank you. Hey, I'm AP Rich. I'm gonna pray to the Father. God, thank you for this time of coming together. Thank you for these community of believers, saints and ain'ts. Pray for those that are going through any type of sickness right now, any type of just feeling down, just feeling miserable, whether it's the weather that's outside, they woke up on the wrong side of the bed, they got sinuses, they got all these things that's going on. God, we thank you that you are still our healer. We still believe that you are the one that leads us into health, Lord God. And now as we go ahead through this life, we thank you that you download health plans for us to continue to receive that healing every day, to lead us to the place, because you said, Lord, you want us to be healthy and wealthy. And so, God, we thank you for the plans that leads us to that. And Lord God, we thank you the rest of the day, that it'll be a great day, be an amazing day. We bless it right now. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen.
In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen. Thank you, Pastor Rich Holmes, for praying us into good health on today. Dealing with that, you got my heart, because I'm with you today. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna go find me some allergy medicine, and I'm gonna call it one.
Yes,
But hey, y'all, yeah, for real, man, y'all, thank y'all so much for locking in with us on today. This has been another great one. Rich, you were saying something. Me and Rhonda was backstage clapping the tea. We were doing the crab motion. We was back there doing it. So intimidation versus admiration. Ooh, I didn't think of it that way. Yeah, absolutely. So there it is right there. This is the one we always look for. Mama JP Rideout. She told us it was another good show. So there it is right there, y'all. Y'all take all that stuff with you. We covered a lot of stuff today. So y'all take all of that with you. And if you are missing it, I'm not going to recap. I'm just going to tell you where you can find the recap. YouTube. Subscribe on the YouTubes. Go and find us on the YouTubes, because I promise you, it's a great way to experience the show. So y'all do me a favor, please go and subscribe on YouTube. 100 people, and I am absolutely going to do a live stream. I'm going to do something live once we hit 100 people that subscribe. So shout out to that. Rhonda, you went over 100 already, didn't you?
I did. I have 107, I think.
Let's go.
You got 700?
No, 107.
Well, I'm just speaking it into existence.
Yeah, 700.
You're 35 away, Zeke. 35 away.
I'm 35 away. Oh, that sounds like dancing music. Nah. Yeah, 35 away. All right, cool beans, y'all. And if you're not doing anything tonight, y'all, by the way, y'all be sure to lock in with my church. We'll be live tonight. Pastor Ellis, ABC Morgan Park, and he'll be with us tomorrow, if my memory serves me correctly. And we'll get into some cool conversations with him. So make sure you're locking in. Share it with a neighbor. Share it with a friend. It's going to be definitely a good time. So make sure. Did I take myself off? What did I do?
Yep, you did.
What have I done? There you go. So make sure you. Oh my goodness! All right, I'm learning, y'all. I'm learning. So y'all lock in with us tonight. Come back with us tomorrow. We love y'all. God bless y'all. Y'all have yourselves a wonderful, beautiful Talk About It Tuesday. Peace out.
Bye.